The chaos reigns.
because he says all kinds of crazy ass shit to win an argument. What's up, Chaos?
I'm good, man. Damn, man. I gotta go back to replay, see if this whole stream was fluid. Because if you get internet connections, it probably was muted the whole time. So I'll go back to replay and let you know. Privately.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because you might have to do a retake on this. But anyway, you gotta understand this, Deidre. I talked to other content creators, very few. This is a hustle at this point. You get me? There's no factual checks on a lot of content creators when they do this content. It's merely entertaining use, nothing more, nothing less. You know, the one chick, the one across the seas, or that's here in the East Coast, that was talking about other people's relationships, but she's become a baby mama. You know what I'm talking about. She's a hypocrite as well. Do you get me?
Right.
But you get an audience through this type of hypocrisy, this really misinformation, because if you're only based in leadership by one book or maybe a few books, you're not a leader. This is something that is in you. Is experience. I can read any book right now, but if I'm not experienced, it don't make no sense. That's right. Why it kind of kills me. Say, how they go about this content and bring people up having this conversation is not insincerity. Some of it is they just want people just to be heard and talk. That's all. You get me?
Right.
And I understand why ladies gravitate to her, because she is supposed to be the offshoot of the Kevin Samuels for the ladies, and it's not really a good one.
You said it's not a good one.
And here's what I think: as much times people said shit about Kevin, I'll be honest with you, he never in mass said every broadcast or say you need to be with another man. Every broadcast, like literally, he don't push homosexuality every time he does the shit. Have you noticed that? But when you come there, she got to push that, because it is, how can I say this? If women more focus on women and women getting together, then they're gonna be doing nothing, anything productive. Yeah, they might make some money, they might do some things, but they're also gonna be violent. And when they become violent, it becomes problematic. Because there's some things I did not know that women that are same sex engaged in a lot of domestic violence the most.
Right.
So I thought usually violence was supposed to be amongst men and women. Last time I checked. So why are you in a relationship eating pussy?
The lesbian community has the highest percentages.
So it makes me want to see you eating pussy and you getting violent towards your mate, your same sex. It's confusing. Jesus Christ. So this is what you try. This is the community you want to structure. You gotta be a very much damaged chick out here to accept any message like that. And let's be honest, when she's talking about all men, we all know she's not talking about all men, because what men you talking about? Because when you go to her content, she has a few people that, if there are another group of men, these group of men are not even respected in their own group. The non-black men that she has on her group, on her channel.
Right.
So the honest truth, basically, is not gonna hustle. And how black women operate, they like to deal with the emotions. So a woman like this that was not has success with men, it's easy to come in the market where women go by their emotions. That's where the money's at, Deidre. So what she's doing now, she's actually doing that's working well for her. You get me? The only thing that's left is she needs to go on Sidg's channel. Once she gets that plateau, she'll probably all the way up.
Well, they said that they're trying to. I'm thinking they're gonna collab sometime soon. She said she reached out to her. You know, so I guess when that happens, people are going to be watching that with a lot of they're going to scrutinize that content per se.
If she does that, it's gonna be rap for Cynthia G. If she's smart, she better not even have her on her. So to fight the little crowd she has, you don't want someone that is presenting and catching momentum the way she is to put on your platform, because she's playing chess, not checkers.
Well, we'll see. What's up, AP from the Bronx?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? What's on your mind, baby?
Yeah, I have heard her content. I've heard her content mostly when she was talking alone on her show. But
Right.
the dynamic is different when she's talking to other people. And I think that some people have a niche. Like Shira Seven, she's like great when she's alone, you know,
Mhm.
because she's that kind of person. And I think that Priscilla is kind of better when she's alone. And when she goes on other people's platform, she sounds like she's so fixated on her, you know, arguing her point that she's not reading the room.
Right.
And
Right.
that would be my only criticism. I don't think that everything that she's saying is wrong. I just think that she doesn't read the room. She's very like dogmatic about her opinion, and that may be off-putting to people. And
Yeah.
if you're trying to grow a following,
Right.
most leaders that are trying to grow a following are charismatic,
Right.
and you can't be off-putting and then trying to recruit people at the same time because you're going to turn people off.
Right. Right. Well, my position is a lot of the stuff she says is not based on fact. It's based on opinion, and
Well,
that's
I think that there is nuance. I think that she's not morphing her argument into the moment and into what's happening in the room. I think that she has her talking points already ready, and it's not quite fitting when she's discussing with other people. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm deficient because this is an excerpt of the show and I didn't actually see the show,
okay.
but I felt that her talking about education at that moment and at that point was not a good fit.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, it wasn't a
So
good fit, and it seemed like it was out of place with the flow of the conversation, in my opinion.
yeah,
Th-
I just felt like it went all over the place. Because to be honest with you, it was about the issue between side chicks. Why are wives getting attacked and side chicks are being praised? That was the title, and it morphed into this thing about her talking about men with leadership. And see, my issue is this, and I'm gonna say this because this is the I've seen and I've heard women and men who support us say this. You can have a platform, you can have whatever you want, you can say whatever you feel. People have the right to agree, disagree, listen. But when you base your platform on whatever little ideology you're trying to create, you can't, use the opposite sex as a reason. Like if you're going to uplift women, uplift women.
yes,
You don't have to even bring up men.
yes, I agree with
And
that. I agree
I
with that.
feel the manosphere the same thing. This is see this and this is my argument is where the manosphere say this and they get I say no they don't. I've been arguing with them about this shit for like 5 years. The same thing. Like, why are we talking about black women deficiencies or whatever over and over and over again? And it's supposed to be about men. When they first started the manosphere as it is today, they were talking about um, employment opportunities. They were talking about legal stuff, child support stuff, family orientated things, helping linking people with. They were talking about a lot of stuff that was family orientated about men being involved with their kids and all these different things like that. And then it just went straight to the dating and mating and all this other foolishness that you hear now, per se. Same thing,
See,
like I don't get if you're uplifting women and you're telling women they need to do this, why are we discussing men?
yeah, that's the part that I think that she's so dogmatic about her point that she wants to drive her point home, which is fine because this is her life's work. So I don't
Right?
begrudge her for that. But the thing about it is, you can't put a circle peg into a square slot. That's where she's messing up because she's not saying, okay, I have my point, but I have to read the room.
Right,
And
right.
if my answers are not fitting into the question that you know, she wants to prove her point so bad. She keeps steering the conversation in
To
the
that.
education department. And it's like, no, no, no. We could be talking about, like you said, you were talking about something else. And this is an issue I see with some like male channels too. Like
Exactly.
they'll
They do the
say,
same thing.
they'll
They
say,
do
well,
the
what can
exact
we do to make men better? And then they'll say, well, the women need to. No, no, no.
women ain't got nothing to do with men being
Yeah,
better. That
yeah,
women are irrelevant to men. That's an
yeah,
individual and group thing as men to make each other better, or
exactly.
not. I'm not going to say, well, I need to be better at this. But if this woman just that woman has nothing,
Yeah,
has nothing to
yeah,
do with that. This is about men as a whole. And so
exactly.
my position is that that's where it gets into the cult like. A lot of what she does is to me epitomizes cult like behavior. And I know people don't like me saying that, but it actually is. When you look at a lot of cult leaders, they don't like to be challenged. They like to monopolize the conversation. They want to present that their way is the only way, and you're not willing to listen to alternatives. There were other women on that platform that she disagreed with because they looked at things from a different way.
Right.
And that's what cult leaders do. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I mean, I've studied this, like the as far as, people with, and then she has a traumatic life as far as experience wise.
Mm-hmm.
She had problematic relationships with men her whole life. I'm talking about over the top stuff.
I'm sorry, D. Durrell. I'm just getting off work. I
It's okay. It's
apologize.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about problematic stuff where you're giving a man $40K that wasn't even your real husband.
Right.
You gave another man another $5K. You gave another man another like you've constantly given men money and was upset at the outcome, as if money is a predictor of somebody being loyal to you, or are you expecting them to treat you a certain way? And see, those are the things, in my opinion, women could actually learn from her about teaching them not to be exploited by men or taking it. That to me is what could be something she and draw from her own experiences, and in the books that she's reading, come up with reasonable solutions for situations to avoid like that, and not just be on this thing about saying that men are basically, they can't control their sexual urges. Like, what kind of BS is that?
I think that she has enough life experience, and she has a plethora of experiences working in male dominated fields. And she does have a lot of valuable information, but I think that the way she's presenting it is turning people off because it's making it look like she's jaded, and it's making it look like she just had a messed up life and you know, she's out for revenge or something.
Yeah.
And if that's not the direction she's going in, she's gonna have to, you know, she's gonna have to whatever maneuver. She needs I think, I don't know her, but I think she needs a partner that sees the blind spots.
Well,
That,
she does have a partner. She has
no, not a romantic partner. I'm
No, she
talking
has a
about
husband.
She has a husband.
no,
She
I'm
has a
not talking
husband.
about
She has a husband.
no,
She
I'm
has a
not talking
husband.
about no, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about a business partner. You know how you have a
Okay.
business partner
Okay.
where one person is the brains and one person is the brawn. You know,
Talent.
I think
Yeah.
she needs like someone like that, in my opinion, to help her out with that gray area. I don't think she's doing terrible. I think that she's doing for a person her age. I think that she has accomplished quite a bit. But I think that she would
I don't know what
benefit.
she accomplished. I don't
Well,
even know.
she already wrote 3 books, and she is like 18 credits
Were
away
those
from.
published by a published house, or were those self-published?
They may have been. I don't know, because I haven't purchased any of the books, so I would be speaking out of turn
Yeah. Okay.
if I were to. If I were to. But I'm just saying, but there are people that go through life and they haven't written any book, not even a children's book. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to knock her for her accomplishments. But I would say that she needs a person to help her with the marketing part, because she's so strong in her message that she's drowning out people that don't exactly agree with with what she's saying. And some of that might be because of the military. Sometimes there's a transitionary period you have to have between being in the military, where everything is exact and everybody has to fall in line, and just respect and individuality. So I don't know if that's part of it, but she would probably benefit from a business partner that is like the opposite side. Like she may be the hard end and somebody else is the soft end. I don't know. But yeah, she
I gotta stop. I gotta stop you there. Priscilla
mhm,
work in sales. She knows how to sell. That's why she's presenting herself the way she is. A lot of people have not really followed her journey throughout Facebook, because she tells more of her life throughout her own social media on
mhm,
Facebook. If you follow her Facebook before YouTube, everything will be clear. She already tells you a little bit snippets that she used to be on car salesman, a lot of things for her own channel briefly, but she goes into more depth if you follow her on Facebook. So really,
Yeah,
truly,
that's where she started. She's been doing this for like 20 years. They said like
yeah,
almost.
I mean, she has cultivated her career. She's been doing this for a while. And I don't fault her. I think that for all of the work that she's put in, that's why people know who she is, because she did put in a lot of work and she did make a lot of mistakes. But I think that she would benefit from a business partner that is, helping her out a little bit. That's just my opinion.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, I do. The only, the biggest criticism that I would say is it doesn't seem like she's reading the room. It doesn't seem like her talking points are landing, like especially in that panel. And
Right.
then she wasn't really being respectful and giving the other panel members, in my opinion, room
But the
to
thing
breathe
about it
and room
is,
to speak.
yeah, but and that was my criticism about her in other spaces that I've been to. The people who support, particularly her supporters are very fanatical. And I was on several panels where people thought that she was being molded and grilled by everybody, and that they disrespect. I said they did not disrespect her. Like when I watched the video yesterday and today before I decided to do the video on this, I was looking for the blatant disrespect. I was looking for somebody saying something offensive to her, or whatever, or just saying stupid stuff. I didn't see that. Now I seen Mr. Lego kind of went there a little bit with some things, but it wasn't. I've seen him do far worse things. I didn't see her being treated no worse than anybody else that goes on the Lapeef show. She was invited, okay, but she's not the first person to be invited on the Lapeef show. The other people were invited also, and I didn't see where she was mistreated or not allowed to speak, because she monopolized the conversation, like you
Yeah,
stated.
yeah,
She
and
does.
yeah,
She
and
has
I
an
didn't see
habit of,
the other lady speaking that much.
and
It was
that
like,
was my
yeah,
thank you. I had the complaint on another. I said I actually would have liked to have heard the other women with other viewpoints, and when they didn't even get a chance to speak. So until later. So that's the criticism, and I'm like this. You on YouTube, everybody. She's not above being criticized. Everybody gets criticized if you have a channel, and particularly if you start building a following. You're going to be what aspect in life people? How do you just avoid criticism? That's going to happen.
right.
But her followers will come in chats, and they'll come, like, particularly if you put her name in the title or whatever, they'll come over there and tell you, no, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. It's not this and it's not that. You can't talk about that you're upset people think you're a pimp, but then you present a pimp book to everybody to buy and read.
Hmm.
That's like, how can you that's why would you even suggest a book that a black male pimp, what's the guy, Iceberg Slim? Why
Hmm.
would you ask people to read a Iceberg Slim book that's gonna put you on game if you ain't trying to come off as a pimp?
Right.
That just doesn't make sense. And so my position is merely of everything is about information, miseducation and misinformation. That's my issue, is that a lot of things that she states is actually misinformation. When she was talking about stuff that's in my lane as a therapist, talking about the ego and the id and talking about hierarchy of needs and the pyramid knowledge. That's not how it's taught. I'm sorry.
Right.
That is not. You took something that you read and made it fit what you wanted it to fit, and that's not what it means in the field or in a college in a college classroom where you learn it. That's not how it's taught. So I mean, and I had people arguing me down. I'm like, wait a minute. I've been a therapist for damn near 16 years, and I've been working in this field for over 20 years in the field of psychology and counting. You gonna tell me what Maslow hierarchy of needs mean?
You know what, D.
That's
Durrell?
ridiculous.
I kind of think that it would be a pretty good show if she came on your show.
She would never do that.
What? No, I'm really serious.
No, because that was an argument that was made on another show that a guy was trying to get her on his show, and they were dragging him about, oh, you ain't got the big enough platform, and you ain't got this and that shit, and actually it's true. She strategically goes on channels that have a certain type of following, whether it's men and women. My channel, I got a small channel. She's not going to come. I already know that. I don't have the following for that, and I understand that. She's only going to go on a channel that has over 100K. You got to have over 100, 150K plus for her to even think about it. I'm just being honest. Because every channel she's been on, outside of this girl that I actually interviewed on my dating channel, Raya, and Sister George, and the Femininity Breakdown that's in the Manosphere.
The Peep Leopard does not got 100K subscribers.
That was small.
The Peep Leopard does not have 100K subscribers. If you go back and check that, the Peep Show does not have 100K subscribers.
Okay, well, but even though they don't have 100K, they still have a huge following.
Yeah, but the point is this:
you have to have a big following, but you have to have a big following for her to come on that show. And which I get it. I mean, if I was in her position, I'd probably do the same thing. So I'm not hating her for that. What's up, BMT?
But before BMT speak, I want to say one last thing. You gotta understand this. Just like the other woman that I told you earlier, when I just came on the mic, she says she has a psych degree, and you said she don't. But they posed because they. Another woman, talking about the bald eagle.
Oh, with the psych degree?
Yeah. Try and use that as a crutch. Say I could deal with the pathology of men.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
But you see, that's danger. You go around talking about
even with the psychology degree, that's not enough because a psych degree is just a generalized education on psychology as a field in itself. It doesn't teach you specialized skill. You have to have a master's degree to understand pathology. I've been studying pathology for over 15, 16 years, and I still have things I need to learn. So how are you with a bachelor's degree going to understand? And I actually work and treat people with all types of psychopathology. It don't even make sense. You only can get away with this stuff on on YouTube because people don't, you have the freedom to say what you will, and people have the right to accept it or not. This is it. I don't hate the hustle though, but that's what it is. What's up, BMT?
Hey, BMT.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
So y'all talking about Priscilla?
Yes, sir.
I talked to her years ago, man. On the Prophet of Thought. We talked with her years ago, man. That's a broken woman. That's all she is, and that's all she ever will be. Put her on the right platform with the right people. She don't have no power. She's just made a lot of bad mistakes.
Yeah, she did.
So she's in the era now where hypersexuality, frustration, and pretty much erratic behavior is pretty much rampant, and she's capitalizing on it.
Right.
And if you try to, especially as a man, try to push your force on it, you're gonna be like, see, there it goes, a man. And then if you try to doggone say something as a woman, she's gonna play the looks game about how you look as a woman. Same old Priscilla. She has a lot of issues. She's dealt with a lot of men trying to use her looks. Has not such a good military career. She don't change. Like I said, that I mean, I get it. She don't say nothing. She don't say nothing, but she knows how to repeat and regurgitate it. A lot of stuff that she learned it learned it at the academy. But they taught her on how to deal with people, and she repeats leadership course, talking points. But she don't understand the ethos. She don't understand none of it, and so she don't, bro. Listen, I went to the same course she went to. It's just that she says it just like you said. She says things, but she don't even understand what they are. Like she don't have no degree in psychology. It just, you read a few books. Come on, man. Like that's all it is. And then, I mean, it's funny. A woman that's been mentally battered, telling people to read a book about sex trafficking. Come on, you can't make this shit up. That's what I'm saying. Y'all keep listening to this erratic woman, man. She's not that rare.
How did you manage to talk to her personally?
She was on the Prophet of Thought.
Oh, that's right. She was on there, matter of fact.
Yeah, she was on there a long time.
She sure was. She sure was.
She was on the Prophet of Thought a long time ago, bro. I was like, who is this woman?
She sure was.
She didn't bother us. It was just the talking points that she uses. You just know that. I mean, X could call her up right now and just see her like, hey, what's going on? Like we think there's something wrong with her. Well, we know there's something wrong with her, but she's not in her right mind. I mean, she's talking like a pike that wants to rule over women, and she calls women bitches, so she don't respect her own gender. Don't respect them, but yet she always talks about how men do this, men do that. But all the books that she passes out are about that, of sex trafficking of men that literally, mentally, and physically have abused women. But she's supposed to be liberating the women. Again,
now I'm gonna say this, BMT. I do think that she does have some good when she sticks to like women as far as them loving themselves and focusing on themselves. I think those are legitimate things that women should do, particularly young women, and not focus on relationships and men. Because I advocate for self-development for young adults, not trying to get in these long-term relationships and focusing on dating and things. So I do think that there's some good points, but it gets clouded by all these other things that are just not factual. That's just my position.
Okay, so all right. So she says the one thing that you learn in Bible study or you learn in just everyday life, hey, you gotta learn to love yourself before you can love anybody else. That's human. Hopefully, that's common sense. So she's not really saying anything like of elevation. Like she doesn't have a profession in anything. She's not proficient. As I'm saying, like we're taking the most non-proficient people, you know what I'm saying, and trying to give them some type of relevance. The woman ain't worth the shit. That's why I realized that when I had a conversation with her. That's why I realized that when I had a whole conversation with her, I'm like, ain't no way you this stupid. And like me, you came from the same branch. Like, damn. Like I see why they let your ass go. But again, telling women, hey, ladies, love yourself. Like, come on, man. That's something you tell your daughter. That's something you tell anybody. Hey, you got to learn to love yourself. She's not.
But I heard this, BMT. Somebody told me that they went to one of her workshops, because I didn't know she was doing work. I know she had the book thing.
Everybody gets a workshop these days.
And they've been to the work, but I heard positive. And I don't know what but they spoke positive about the workshops.
Man, no Spirit got positive thing about their workshop too. See what I'm saying? See how this works? Everybody can get a positive thing. You can find someone. Hell, goddamn, Derek Jackson's wife got a workshop, and they giving her positive things. Like, you don't gotta be that smart these days for these workshops. Like, y'all, I'll tell y'all. Listen, go ahead. Anything y'all can throw out with Princella, I can go find somebody equally stupid or just as dumb, and I bet you they can match her energy. I can go ahead. Go ahead, name something.
Oh, okay,
Name
but
something that she gonna do.
BMT. Okay, but BMT, come on now, because this
She's
is
stupid.
YouTube. Well,
Yes, she
I'm
is.
just saying, but everybody, has a right to have a channel. You know what I'm
You didn't
saying?
say that. You didn't say that she couldn't have a
Well,
channel.
no, I'm just saying that, this is her life's work. I really don't want to.
YouTube is her
I
life
mean,
work.
I think that is part of her life's work and what she's trying to do and the message that she's trying to spread.
So I want you to think
I,
about that. I
I,
want you
I,
to think. Okay,
I
okay.
think that
So
I think that her books, her seminars, her ideology, this is her life's work. I think that everything that she's gone through, that this is where she is as far as her life's work is concerned, as far as being an entrepreneur is concerned. And I really don't want to laugh at her because of that. I'm just disagreeing with some of the ways that, some her methodology and her the way she disseminates her information. But as far as her overall body of work, this is her life's work, and I have respect for her for that.
so
For making her mark, and shooting her shot, and doing in her version of her best.
so she's a failed female manosphere um paradox that
Damn,
puts
BT.
that sells sex trafficking books to women and calls them bitches, but went to the military and her highest thing is pulling a fantastic and coming on YouTube to live out and say I'm an entrepreneur. If that was her greatest thing that she committed, not being able to have a family, not being able to hold down multiple failed marriages, not being able to raise a household, but to be on YouTube. Oh yeah, she's man. Oh yeah, she definitely won. If that's the case, then she's just like the manosphere Negro. She's a winner.
Well,
And
her
honestly,
life her life is not over. She's only like 37.
nah, she's a failure, just like the rest of them. She's just like these manosphere Negroes. They all failures. They're failure. Ain't no way. Like honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like these type of people should get no type. These type of people should be put in a box and be looked at. But if I got to see her again, I'm like, so you need to tell me you spent majority of your life from the military and marrying multiple men to end up on YouTube to be diking around and talking about women should be licking boxes and running. Nigga, you lost, bro. You lost, bro. Take your victory lap. Ain't no way this a win, bro. This she knows right now she knows right now this is the bottom of the barrel where she's
Hey,
at.
hey, BMT,
That's not me.
you gotta. Oh, it's not.
That's not me. That's not me. It's not me. She knows right now that
Probably my mic.
Hold on,
what's
hold
up?
on.
What's up, Faith? She knows right now
Hey, Faith.
she's at, she's at the bottom of the barrel, and she's grabbing a lot of social rejects and trying to give them some type of betterment or hope, rather than just say, "Hey, she'll try to sell off that. Hey, I know psychology." She won't send them to an actual psychologist. But because she can say, "Hey, I read a book or I read the back of a page," come on, bro, come on. I wish literally they would start suing people for this shit. Like anybody can get a work course now. Everybody has a work course. Even C Boogie has a work course, and he ain't no damn professor. It's like, goddamn it, everybody gets a workshop. I can go get a workshop on some stupid shit. It's not hard. Go to the Marriott. You can go rent out a room. You can go rent out a room for goddamn. I'll tell y'all the whole game. This is not hard anymore, man. Shit.
Okay. Well,
Hey, Faith.
let Faith speak. What's up, Faith?
Hey, hey, B Rail. Can y'all hear my mic? Is my mic
Baby, go ahead.
Yeah, you sound
Oh,
great.
okay. Thank you, because I was trying to cut in on something that BMT said earlier, but I don't think anybody could hear me. But
Yeah, you good? I can hear you.
all of this sounds very familiar. Isn't this the same thing that we said when Kevin Samuels came out? We was
Right.
telling everybody that he was a failure. He did not have a successful marriage. He did not exhibit any of the things that he talked about as far as being this successful man. As a matter of fact, he didn't even hit his own bullet points until I think 1 or 2 years into his doing what he was doing.
Before he died. Yeah, before he died.
Right,
Yes.
just before he died. So I mean, he was a fraud in every sense of the word, and yet people still followed him. They called him Saint Kevin. They had a Kevin Samuels task force. I mean, it just went on, and women were sitting up here telling the men, "Hey, we don't think that you guys should be following him. He's gay." Yeah, I remember, we were saying that. And it's the same thing with Princella over again. And I'm like this, more power to her. As a matter of fact, want her to be successful in what she's doing. Simply because they didn't listen when we tried to warn them about Kevin Samuels. So
I want to
you
watch them all
didn't,
crash and burn.
yeah, let them crash and burn. Yes, let them.
Yep.
Every single last one of them, let them. All of them that wanted to follow Kevin Samuels and now they're mad at Princella, I say goody, goody, goody.
You know what? I never thought of that, but that is kind of a mirror image of what of what was happening a few years ago, 2, 3 years ago. You are right.
Yeah, and I say she's going to be more successful than Kevin Samuels. As a matter of fact, she will probably go mainstream before he does.
Yep, she will. I will give her that. Oh, she will, because the market and the way how she's running that rainbow flag and the carpet munching talking points, she'll get it. She might even get Saucy Santana or some nigga else with her. But soon enough, she's gonna fuck up. And I just want to be right there when she fucks up and all her followers crash and burn. I can't wait for these Priscilla stands to hit
But
life.
isn't that what y'all said to us when we were celebrating Kevin Samuels' demise after he passed away? It was actually people throwing parties because the man died. That's how bad he was hated.
Actually, women for part, but let's be honest, Faith. In regards to the gay thing,
Nah, there was niggas too. Niggas were doing
majority black people say don't care about homosexuality. I'm just keeping real. They use that when black men don't say the way they'll call them gay, wherever it is. And I could see right through them say it's not serious. If we were serious about homosexuality, we would not accept a lot of people that's that direction. I'm sorry. That's why I don't give much energy when they talk about that stuff. Because you gotta prove to me that it's a problem. Don't have them as friends. Don't have them do nothing. Until then, if you just have them around because they come for your ego, sit back, shut the hell up.
No, but chaos reigns. I want to know, what do you think about that statement she just made?
About what?
Because I never really thought about that she is the female Kevin Samuels to a certain extent. Yeah, I may have missed it. I'm sorry. I was walking out of my job.
Let's be honest. When women do certain things, it's actually safer. They'll go a long way, much further. If a man does it, it's things risky. Even death could be the end result. So it's not really the same. What she's doing right now, she'll be around for a good while. And I'm not really concerned if she F up. If she F up, it's okay. She can recover from it because she's a woman. And you know America deals with women.
The only thing that can take her down.
We got the ratchets now shown as the front face of modern woman. Ain't that a bitch?
The only thing that can take her down is a white woman. So we just gotta give it to a white woman that can just hopefully she's gonna say the right shit. She's gonna say the right shit, and she's gonna talk to a white woman, all kind of reckless, and the white woman like, okay, it's gonna be a gay or a gay white woman or a gay butch white woman, and then
but BMT, there was already a white woman that did put Princella in her place.
Elliott.
Oh, so
Jean Elliott. Yeah, and it went nowhere. It went absolutely nowhere.
Oh no, but she didn't have enough steam picked up yet. She didn't have enough steam picked up yet. You gotta let it build up, and it's gotta be like a.
But hold on. Give me I didn't know. When did she interact with Jean Elliott?
Not too long ago, like maybe 2-3 weeks, right, Faith?
No,
What happened?
this was over a month ago on what's the name of that little underground channel that everybody goes to now? I think
See,
it's Clubhouse.
see that's
Oh
underground.
yeah.
You gotta be open. It gotta be in the open. It has to be in the
No,
open face.
they did. They clipped a lot of what Gene Elliott said to her on Clubhouse. They put it on YouTube. A lot of big name YouTubers actually brought it out. Tariq Nasheed. They tried to, air her out with that. And it didn't work. It was not
But
successful.
but but, but what happened? Like, what did Gene Elliott say that kind of put her in a place? Like, what was the? I'm gonna have to search for this because if
It's
it's
out
just
there, D. Darrell.
Yeah,
It's
Faith, can you drop some in the
okay,
chat? I know you yes, ranch. Is any way you can
I'm
find some of
surprised
those
that got
stupid
past me
also
because
Faith,
I
the
should have
Faith
known about
factor,
that.
Miss Faith.
Like I said,
Be the factor.
I'm just saying you got to let. I get what you're saying. That was the warning shot, Faith. Give it. You got to, but see, you got to wait. You gotta wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he went
you're
out.
muted. You're muted, BMT. Oh, he's out.
BMT
Yeah,
is
he
not
went out.
on here.
Yeah, he come back BMT if you can. Like I'm gonna have to go check it out now. I gotta go search this video because I knew I heard her say something. I remember she did a video about she mentioned something about Gene Elliott, but I didn't know that they actually had an interaction.
Yeah, they had
I
an
didn't know
interview.
that.
Okay, yeah, J Dub said it was 2 or 3 months ago. I know it wasn't too far away. It was like a month or two ago. But yeah, she was put in her place, and they tried to, air her out about it, but wasn't successful.
Okay, I'm gonna have to see what it like
Yeah,
what that was
find that
about.
D and do a follow up because that need to follow. But because something's not
Nah,
success, that means it's not
I don't
effective.
know. If, I don't like. I don't really want to do a lot of content on her because I got other stuff to talk about. But
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
get you.
I'll check it
Yeah,
out. I mean, every now and then, I made content today because of my experience on some other panels in which there were her subscribers actually were coming in there disrespecting people, saying a lot of stuff, and I actually had a conversation with one of her people, trying, kind of challenging her on the talking points. Look, I'm basically just looking at the information as far as the stuff that she said that's not being substantiated by fact. You can have your own, uh, and it's not even just about black men, just on some of the certain things she talk about. Period. That's just not true. And you're not doing black women any good by miseducating them on things.
That's
You know that that's
that.
that's not helpful. you
Okay,
know,
can you like elaborate on one of the things that she said that you said is just not true?
I did already. I talked about when she talked about on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and when she talked about psychoanalytical theory as it
Oh,
relates
okay.
to the id, the ego, and the superego.
So
Okay.
That was that she didn't know what she was talking about. Um,
Okay.
yeah, that she was totally
let
out
me
of
ask a
place on that.
question to AP. AP, do
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
look up anything that she says? Do
Do I
you
do
actually?
I look it up?
Yeah.
No, I did listen to her content, and I'm not gonna lie. I do a lot of things, and so I listen to a lot of shows like in the background. So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I'm not one of, I can't just sit down and look at a show for 8 hours unless I'm actually on the show,
Mhm.
like now. But some of the things that she said about being in male dominated fields, and sometimes the guys kind of, being lackadaisical and not hustling as much. I have witnessed that. I can't say, I didn't have to look it up. I lived it myself. I've been in male dominated fields, and the women were kind of busting their ass, and
Yeah.
I
And
know,
that's
and so that
yeah,
part I said, that is kind of true, because a lot of women say, well, men are big and strong. Yeah, they're big and strong, but if he don't feel like working, him,
he ain't
him
working.
being big and strong ain't gonna benefit you. So
Yeah, and that was
yeah.
and that was
Go
the
ahead.
point
I'm
I made
sorry.
earlier. That was the point I made earlier about black women that I see uh almost every other day that are, like I said, they're overworked, underappreciated, and underpaid.
Yes. Yes.
That
Yes. See,
those
yeah.
are the three common things about black women in these professional spaces. They're underpaid, underappreciated, you know, and things of
It,
that sort. And that's what they have to deal with. And
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 see,
But
and
I
she,
and
agree
but
with that.
she's not just talking about black women though. She's talking about women in general. And when she says that men are not really capable of loving women the way that women need to be loved, there's some truth to that too.
I have
There's
to
absolute
Uh,
disagree
truth
with
to that.
that
Where is the truth in
because
that one?
my thing we all don't define. Okay, my thing about that is not true because we all define love differently, and your
Right.
needs is not the same needs as AP and the Bronx needs. And my thing is that and looking at and dealing with relationships, if you don't communicate those needs, how is a man supposed to know how to love you? And the thing about it, nobody has a handbook, regardless of you dating and getting to know someone. You're just supposed to know exactly how. That's something that can grow
But
over
even
time.
Darrell, even when a woman communicates her needs, men typically, and I'm just talking about collectively, I'm not talking about all men because we do know that there are some of you that do get it, but collectively, y'all don't get it. Even if we were to draw you a picture and a map to what our needs are, a lot of you just aren't interested in satisfying a woman's needs.
If the
Yeah,
man,
that's
I'm gonna say
y'all
this.
on that
I'm gonna
one.
say this. My position is a man who truly cares and has your best interest will eventually learn how to love you the way that you need to
Okay,
be.
but D
A man,
Darrell.
a man that doesn't is not the man for you.
Like
That's the
Okay,
like
but
position
D
I
Darrell,
would take.
there is one thing that she did say that a lot of women resonate with, and that is, have you ever heard of a man coming home from work and all the furniture is gone and everything's gone, and he pretends like he's blindsided, like, what happened? I don't know what happened.
that
She
is kind
just
of a
left.
blind side. That would
And
be a
and and
blind
and,
side.
and
Exactly.
so
No,
what
hold
she
on,
was
wait a
saying
minute, wait a minute,
is,
hold on, wait.
no, wait a
I'm
minute,
glad
wait
you
a
No,
said
minute.
that.
let
This is
let her
this.
finish. Let her
So
finish. Let
so
let her
what
get it
she
out.
Go ahead, go
what
ahead.
what she was saying is that a lot of times women are telling men, I need this from you. I need you to do this. I would appreciate it if you would do that. And the guy is tuning her out, and the guy is saying that she's nagging him, and then she just gives up and stops talking. And then when she gives up and stops talking, he's like, good, that bee finally shut up. And then the next thing he knows, he comes home from work and all the furniture's gone, and it's because she gave up. So they
Okay,
call her they call her saying, honey, this is what I need. They call that nagging.
So
And so
wait.
okay.
Go
she
ahead.
did
But no, no.
so
Let her finish. Let her finish. Go ahead.
so
Go ahead.
so she did talk about some universal complaints that some women have, and it transcends race, and it transcends socioeconomic issues and culture. And so
What?
some of the women are resonating with some of the things that she's saying. It's not, it's not all wrong.
No, I
It
didn't say
is
it was all wrong, and
No.
I actually agree that that has some legitimacy. Now,
Yes.
my
so
position
okay.
is,
So
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
it-
that
it-
has some legitimacy. That there are men who function in relationships who don't who don't reciprocate or let's say follow through on some things, and they pretend that things are okay and they're not. Now, no man any man coming home and see the furniture gone totally, and I mean, I would do that if some shit like that happened. I come home, that's just a natural reaction. But I do understand what you're saying. Like I said, there's some things that I do agree that as far as like I said, as far as the self help for women, self love, focusing on themselves and building themselves up, I do agree with that. The example that you just listed, I do think that that does happen often, where men do appear apathetic towards women needs, and then women eventually leave. There's definitely realism in that. So I'm
And
not gonna totally like
so
dismiss everything, but
can I get in
for
though?
everything that's
Let
yeah, hold on. But for
yeah, okay.
every time she says something like that, she starts saying all this other nonsense that makes no sense. So it kind of negates some of those talking points that make sense.
What
That's just
other
my opinion.
nonsense like what?
Like men are
everything.
not capable of love. All men can't.
Yeah, that's
Men
some
can't
dumb shit
compose
right there.
themselves.
Like y'all,
They rapists.
who runs this?
Sexually, they unhinged. They can't think. They can't listen. They don't. That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, those are
I mean,
like,
that goes both ways.
Okay, but
what?
you act as
That goes
if
both ways
you
in a
act as
relationship.
if women are not leaving these marriages because men are not cheating on them, having outside children,
Yeah,
being
but women
financially
cheat too.
abusive.
Oh, you
There's a
got quite a few of
long
them right
litany
now.
of lists.
Women
You
abuse
got
too.
quite a few of the women that are doing it
Things go
now.
both ways.
Steve
That goes
Harvey,
both
Denny
ways.
Ma. You got. I mean, I got like a whole list of Remy Ma.
See.
But
The
Steve
thing
Harvey
is,
was also
hold on.
cheating on Marjorie.
Where's the proof?
Steve
They
We
been
got
Harvey,
came
Marjorie
out.
proof.
Marjorie is
We
his
got the
side
proof on
chick.
Marjorie. We got the
Marjorie
Yeah,
proof
is
on
his side
Marjorie.
chick.
Marjorie is actually his side chick. He cheated on the
Marjorie is
first
his
wife with
wife.
Marjorie.
Marjorie is his wife
Yeah,
now.
but
Marjorie
that's
is his
dealing
wife.
with
But
like
but
that.
Marjorie
Marjorie
is
is his wife.
is the
His
result
wife.
of him cheating on his first
Okay,
wife.
so we're reaching backwards now, looking at he's married to Marjorie.
And recently they just came out that Steve Harvey also cheated on Marjorie. They were cheating on each other.
Okay, so
And
let's look
Marjorie
at
was
this.
Steve Harvey's wife's best friend. And she
Let-
Right.
consoled it. She consoled Steve
And took a
Harvey's
man
wife and then
and to-
stole
and
him.
to- Okay,
and
so
took a
let's
man.
look at it. Did any women?
That's crazy.
I didn't hear none of the women jumping on. Y'all was still buying his books. Y'all was still going to his show. Y'all was still sitting there laughing it up with
Fact,
Steve Harvey.
fact,
Now all of a sudden,
fact,
he's the bad guy. Oh my God,
facts,
Steve Harvey is so
fact,
evil. But
facts.
now all of a sudden, y'all held it. Now, no. You held this aside now. All of a
But
sudden, Steve Harvey was
no,
the
hold
friend of
on.
all
When
women.
you learn better, you do better. We
Oh,
did
there
not
we go.
know
Now
about the
these mature
infidelity
women
of
that go to
Steve
Steve Harvey.
Harvey until this year when it came out.
Steve Harvey's
Oh no!
biggest
You did
fan.
learn. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. We did know about the infidelity of Steve because he did it to his wives.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
Yeah, we already
he
know.
sold it. No, but he sold it to us as this was something that he did in the past, like you said, looking backwards, and that he was
So
this
y'all,
changed man.
so y'all are pulling out y'all pull and this is a very interesting this is very interesting
Come
that we're
on
seeing
now.
women are doing. Y'all are pulling out his past resume, right? That 1 minute y'all were cool with him. Now you're pulling out his past resume. So
Excuse me,
no, no,
just
no,
for the
no, no,
record.
no.
No, for the record,
You
I
pull it.
never
No.
liked Steve Harvey. For the
Oh well,
record, I never
no.
liked him.
Y'all
I
love to
never
think
bought
like
his
a
books.
women.
I
Y'all,
never bought that book. I never saw the movie. I don't particularly like
the
the man.
majority of you women like Steve Harvey. The vast majority of women
But
love Steve Harvey.
I did follow
Right.
Steve Harvey. I bought the
Oh,
book.
okay.
Yes, I
So he
did.
wasn't that
Yes, I
evil.
did.
So he wasn't that
Babe,
evil. He wasn't that
babe,
evil. So
babe.
hold on. So
Tell
hold on.
yourself now.
Let me cook at this. So it gets me because the Princella made a broad statement. Mind you, this is a woman like Kevin with a nothing but failure relationship, nothing but hurt and trauma background. Now she's talking about these other genders are incapable, but she's the one on panels calling her own sisterhood bitches. She's the one talking about trauma bonding abilities and stuff. But see, I don't hear nothing about that going on. I don't hear nothing about her talking about having unscrutinized sex and all that stuff with same sex and all that crazy shit now. Again,
And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't.
so y'all waiting for her to just until she do the damage, until she does the damage, then to say, hey, oh,
Uh,
see, I told you so. Because it
BMT.
seems like it's waiting for the.
she's going to do as much damage as Kevin Samuels has done.
So y'all want and see this is the thing about it. We're having it to where this is the irony of the environment. The women of these types of talking points want to beat the man so bad, it's I'll kill myself just like these men are killing themselves. So that way
I
can
wonder what type of music
they
she's
still
gonna
want to.
play for the men that are overweight and unattractive, like Kevin Samuels did.
Okay, but who me? You said what? Am I
I'm
going to
just
play for
saying.
them?
I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Well, I think it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing that she's leading y'all to the LGBT, the same ones that are now taking y'all space as a black woman and saying that, hey, we're better than y'all. We teach y'all how to dress. We teach y'all how to act.
Oh
So
yeah,
I think it's a beautiful thing.
the same way that Kevin Samuels told black men that they could make a brown stain rather than get with some of these women.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Check.
That's fine. Listen,
Oh yeah,
listen.
he said that.
So, I mean that's going to be okay. Listen, at the end of the day,
Disgusting.
at the end of the day, there is no man on this panel that is champion for Kevin. There's no man on this panel that's champion for Priscilla. Y'all are wanting to see whatever
Wait,
vitriol. Y'all want to see whatever vitriol that this is going to rot just to say I told you so. So, who cares more about the environment of the home? Do you think Priscilla gives a shit about the environment of the home for the women? You think she really gives a damn?
I think that she does. I think that she is telling okay,
She don't.
okay, BMT, even if this is a grift, she is telling women, care about
Tell them at
yourself.
once.
You're the value. You are worth more. So even if it's a grift, is she wrong?
Yeah. But she ain't saying shit. She ain't saying shit that you ever heard at Bible study. You ever heard at a TD concert.
Okay, I want to say
She ain't saying
something.
the damn thing. What the fuck?
I want to say something. Have you ever heard of that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear? Somebody can tell you something 100 times, but if you're not ready to hear it, or if they don't say it a certain way, you don't hear it.
Boy, y'all sound desperate so badly.
She has a delivery that is unique and different from the way Shira 7 speaks, the way Faith speaks, the way Atari speaks.
Y'all just want to hear.
She speaks different. So there are some people that will hear and resonate with what she says, and there are some people that don't. But we need different voices in different spaces to give different perspectives.
What voice is this? What voice is this? But I'm about to go back in the chat.
It's her.
But BMT, why do you and D Darrell have D Darrell and Chaos, by the way, have such a problem with Princella? I mean, is it because
Are
you serious?
No. Is it because that she's decentering men? That this is what she's doing. She is decentering men.
Decentering men.
Yes.
She can't men because women always want men.
Okay. I like her calling black women bitches. I like her telling y'all to eat pussy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
BMT,
I love it that you walking y'all to the LGBT carpet. No. I love it.
But did you all hear her tell women that you all do not have to do what I do? She did say that.
She don't believe in that.
And there are other channels where there are other channels.
However, she did say that, but she still promotes it though.
And there are other channels.
But that is her prerogative.
Yeah, but she told women, you have the right to choose that. If a man ain't working, you can be with another woman.
Go full on.
Other straight women don't teach that. I don't know a straight woman that teaches that.
Right, but she's giving women more options. So basically what she's saying is, yes, she's saying that another woman can also be an option. Yes.
Wait, are you serious?
Hold on, D-Rap. You got just
that's the option? Yo, do you hear how bottom of the barrel that y'all falling? Jesus Christ, this is hilarious. I'm going to do content on this one.
Yeah, I'm being with you on the Kevin Samuels stuff. I do, but come on now, stop. Come on.
D-Rap, are you
Boy, no, D, let them die on this cross. Let them die on this one.
Come on.
Well, I mean, I don't look at that as an option, but another woman might.
Don't jump off the train now, baby.
Well, hold on a second. She said a choice, and that isn't my choice.
Right. Yeah. Good. Go. I can't wait to T.S. Madison come out and then start talking all type of shit to y'all again. Y'all, it's gonna give them more good for y'all.
BMT, a lot of the
straight women to use same sex as a choice. Straight women don't do that.
How does that help black households? What she promoting? How does that help black households? Please tell me.
Well, Princella is not all about family. I mean, she promotes family. She promotes women having. She promotes women having choices. So she can be single. She can be married. She can be with another woman. This is her choice. What she's saying is, you have a choice to decide. You do not let society, a man, anyone decide for you. You decide for yourself.
Or you can go to the sperm bank, or you can just,
Which most y'all
choose
cannot
to
afford.
child, or you can choose to have a child yourself if you can afford it. There's
Why y'all be
different,
talking like y'all got
options.
money like that? Why do black women be talking like they got money like
You
that
don't have
online? No, damn well they must be destitute.
you don't have to have money to go on vacation and be with a person and then come back with a child.
A sperm bank? Oh, wait, what? Oh my God!
Thank you, AP. Thank you.
Listen, boy, the daughters of Sukiyana must be stood up for that one. Sukiyana must have had woke up to hear that one. Listen, this is. I don't know, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna say this, ladies. Now, I get it. Y'all want to support her, but now y'all starting to reach a little bit, saying stuff like, "Come on now, y'all are too intelligent to be saying stuff like that."
Okay, you know what? What's funny? What's funny to me is how come Kevin Samuels didn't get this kind of scrutiny?
Oh, he did.
From who?
He got this kind of scrutiny from these men here.
From who? What men?
From these men here. From you, BMT, and Chaos Reign. Y'all scrutinize
see, that's how I know you don't watch my content. That's how I know you don't watch my content.
You don't watch BMT's content. You do not watch BMT's content. See, that explains it. Let me say something about Kevin Samuels. Let you ask the question. Now,
I was the first one to come out telling y'all that he was a goddamn Avon salesman. I was the first one. My people told me that. I knew what clubs he went to. So, what are you saying? I've been to. What are you talking about?
I gave Kevin Samuel a great deal of pushback.
So yeah, you laid on that one. You laid on that one. There was no stand here. There was no stand here.
Yeah.
There was none of that. There was none of that.
And how about you, Chaos Reign?
Let me say this. I've done content on Kevin, not in no derogatory way, and the reason why is because I've been around him since 2018 when he was with the other brothers on the panel BJ's and all that stuff. Before he was focused on men, and then eventually shipped his content at the right moment when we had the lockdown. My thing when he says about singing out men should be other men, yeah, it is very alarming, very disturbing. But here's the twist. He didn't advocate it. Every broadcast, we ask questions, should men should be other men? If you ask him, he'd be honest. And I don't think no one asked it because they got in that emotion. See, he's gay.
But that's what we're saying, Chaos. She doesn't advocate that on every broadcast either.
Exactly.
No, she does. And let me tell you why. Because when she asked questions, he said, yes, do what you want. If you want to be a woman, that's cool. All that stuff. You don't see no man said, be with other men. That's cool. You never hear no other man going to tell other men, if you can't find a woman, be with other men. And that's the bottom line. She admits that.
That's not.
I'm answering. Until Kevin, if you can find any tape saying, when they sit down and said, all right, if you can't find a woman in America or Germany, do you advocate men should engage in homosexual and be with other men? Until you can find that tape, so just like Prissa, then we have an argument to stand. Until then, it is not the same.
Okay, I would like to say something. I would like to say.
Are we clear? Are we clear on what I just said, ladies?
Can I make a statement?
No, I'm asking.
No, I would like to make a statement. Can I make a statement regarding this subject? There was a situation where tons of black women were saying that Kevin was gay, and there was something going on about, protect Kevin Samuels at all cost. And when we kept saying that he was gay, and we kept saying that, look at the man in the bed and all kind of stuff, everybody just kept advocating for him, and everybody just kept saying, we don't care. What if he is gay? And this is the kind of stuff that they were saying. And to me, I would like for people to have the same energy when it comes to Priscilla that they had with Kevin.
They did.
Have the same energy. No, I'm just saying.
We did though. That's the thing.
Enough men did had a problem with it. The those that were close to him in the space had no problem because he was pushing the message, and it worked well. That's why he made the money he made. Because first of all, let's be honest, Kevin did not really get to where he is until his content shifted to women. That's where the argument really started. If you stick with men, no one would have heard of him. No, they would not worry about what he does to men or the little things like, I forgot some episodes he did. They were not concerned. But when he shifted this content, focus on women, that's when the problem arises. That's why I'm hearing about the gate. I don't hear none of this shit until he started focusing on women. If this was the same, they would have been talking about. The only few thing brothers that talk about it, let's be honest, are the men that, one, they stay firm and say, I don't fuck with none of y'all. I don't fuck with no master. I don't fuck with these words. All right.
Right. Let me give a shout out. I appreciate it from KW Dunn 7 with the $10 the $10 super chat. He says Princella Clark, aka Prince Fellow, will lead Black BWS off a cliff, and right before they fall to the bottom, she will pick their pockets for whatever money they have, i.e. buy my book. Okay.
But we said the same thing about Kevin Samuels picking the men's pocket.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
Y'all stay on Princella's team. Y'all stay on her team. Please,
not necessarily on her team, but I am not against her either. I say she is actually.
Come on, man.
She Princella is karma. That's what she is.
No,
she is a thing called karma.
You see what I'm saying? So she's on Team Princella. So put her down from Team Princella, please. Y'all, we put her down on that. So
I'm gonna say this. Look, man, I do find that there are some positive aspects to her content. I ain't saying it's all negative, but to me, the positive stuff is outweighed by the negative, and the stuff that I don't agree with, the stuff I think is just all out of place. That's just my perspective. I do think that I think there's some things that women could learn from what she's doing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's just 100% horrible, but it's just too many other things that just be like, nah, this shit is like, it's too over the top. And then we got to look at those who carry this out in real life. Let's see what the results are going to be in real time by them following what she's saying. What are going to be the end results? Because that's going to prove how effective it really is.
Yep, that's what we got to wait. That's all we got to wait for. We just got to wait for the daughters of Princella to hit the streets, just like the daughters of sons of Sneeko and Andrew Tate. See, that's when we get to see the real field work, not this bullshit of her goofy ass. She's a failed loser. We got to just wait for this one. Wait to see what her daughters do. We already know. Can I finish? Can I finish?
Well, hold on about BMT real quickly. I do want to say
after you go, Faith, I got to go to Brother Speak, but go ahead.
Okay, when you say that they should hit the streets, Black women have already been at the bottom. As far as all other women, I mean, I don't think that we can get low enough. I mean, we're already, at the bottom, so to speak, and we've already learned how to pick ourselves up by any means necessary. I mean, we've already faced so many adversities and come out on top, by the way. So I don't think there's anything that's going to happen to women as a result of Princella.
So women is y'all on top or then y'all at the bottom. You can't be at the top bottom. I ain't never heard of that. Either you at the bottom or you at the top. You can't be.
No. I said we've been there. Now we're up there now. We're up there now, but we have been there.
So now y'all are at the top. So y'all can't use no more victimhood. So y'all at the top. Okay. So now that you're saying you're at the top, it is for what it is. So y'all got to stop using that.
I think that what Princella is doing is she is telling women to choose themselves and to decenter men. That is not. What are you talking about? No, we haven't. Haven't.
Y'all have been selfish for so many years. What y'all talking about? Y'all been choosing yourselves over the family, over goddamn the community. Y'all been selfish. What she ain't got to tell y'all that. Y'all already doing that already. So what's new? That's not hard to do. If you want to say that wait. So if Priscilla says it, now it's golden. It's holy piss. Now all of a sudden, if I say, hey, well, y'all already been choosing yourselves. What are you talking about? We would never do that. Okay, so now all of a sudden, so what are you talking about when you say choose yourself first, save yourself? What do you think it's going to be? What do you think it's
Again,
going to be? When they say,
Let me go to Brother
I'll
Speak.
reserve my
Okay.
response after bro speak.
All right, good. What's up, Brother Speak?
Hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me?
Pretty good, bro. Speaks. How are you?
I'm all
Hey,
right.
bro speaks.
Hey, Faith, how you doing?
All right. Where you
Yeah.
been?
Oh, I've been around, I've been, different panels here and there. So I haven't seen you in a bit. So I've been around. Where can I begin? I mean, we already seen this in real life. What's happening with the message that Priscilla coming, especially with the LGBTQ route. I'm seeing that with coworkers, and I can tell you, it don't end too well.
nope, sure don't.
It,
Sure don't.
it's been, man, the stories I can give you, just about two of them will blow your mind. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm like with BNT and even Faith in a sense. Let these women follow her to the end of the cliff. Let it go, because at the end of the day, look, if those women are not smart enough to realize that some of that stuff that she's talking about ain't gonna work for them, and they're just gonna keep doing it and bring that to real life and fail horribly, hey, let them do it. I don't care anyway. Let the weak fall where they may. You know, same with Kevin. But I would like to say that there were men who gave a lot of pushback to Kevin. Even in the manosphere, there was a lot of pushback. But guess what? Just like the women didn't care about it because they still was they supporting Kevin. They have a defense force, but there were men who was pushing back against it. And guess what? They got a lot of pushback, not only from the men, but the women too, because they were like, wait a minute, but the manosphere said this. I'm like, I'm not the manosphere. And we're telling you, we don't support this shit. Especially when he was going about the advocating for men. There was a lot of men was like, no, we ain't rocking with that. Hey, you go over there and deal with that. But again, because a lot of us got drowned out by this defense force, and the women were too in their feelings to care. So it's going to be the same situation with Priscilla. The women who had pushback for her, they're going to get drowned out by all her supporters and people who kind of like they want to get that get back on Kevin, which because it's like
You're damn right. You're damn right.
and guess what? When these women fall, don't come blame men. No, this is your thing. Same with Derek Jackson. Same with even Steve Harvey. Because again, even with Steve Harvey, everybody knew he cheated on his wife, both of his wives. Before he even wrote that book, they knew he cheated on his wives. And they still bought the book. And they still watched the show. So don't come up here and talk about, oh well, now all of a sudden we know he's a cheater. No, y'all been known he was a cheater. You didn't give a fuck. Because as long as he was dissing these men, you did not care. So hey, keep that same energy.
Well, hold on. In defense of the women that bought the book,
There
like
we go. Defense
myself.
force. Defense
Hold
force.
on. He did not sell himself as a cheater. He sold himself as somebody who was a reformed cheater, and so
Faith.
How do you
therefore
reform? How do you be a reform cheater? How does that work?
but
How does
that's
that
how
work?
he presented himself. He presented
Faith.
himself as somebody that did this in the past.
How if you're gonna go with that route, then you shouldn't have no problem with Derek Jackson then.
Oh.
I mean, come on. If you're gonna go that
Derek Jackson is not the same as Steve Harvey. Derek
no,
Jackson is doing his dirt in real time. So the
Derek
two are not the same.
was doing his dirt, and y'all still did not care.
No,
It was right there. You did
we
not
did
care.
not. We did not know until this year and late
No,
last year about
those other
Derek Jackson.
his other wives, y'all didn't know about those other wives.
What other wives? He only had one wife.
He had two.
Who
Who,
are you
Derek
talking about?
Jackson?
Are you talking about Derek
No,
Jackson or
no,
Steve
I'm talking
Harvey?
about Harvey. Yeah, two
Oh,
wives.
Okay. No. But even though he wrote about that in his book. If you read
Okay,
his book, he wrote about that.
about that. So what's the difference?
The difference is that his stuff was past tense and he wrote about it and he positioned it and sold it as if this was something he did in the past and he learned from it and he's a different man with his new wife.
So
An
Whereas with
habitual
Derek
cheater.
Jackson, his
all he
stuff
had,
his stuff is happening in real time. There's a
and he
difference.
lied.
so all he
Derek
had to
Jackson
say is,
lied too.
well, you know, I cheated before on my past two wives. But all he did
Cheated on two
is
wives, not one, but two.
two wives. And what you saying that his current wife was the side chick while he was messing with his second wife, and she took him from her allegedly.
Who
So
married the
what?
side chick?
You know
Okay,
all
you know what? I
stuff,
want to say
but
something.
you
I
know
would
all
would
this
like to say
stuff, but
Yeah,
something.
let AP
you
get a
still
word
want
in.
the you
I
still
would
want the
yeah.
show
I would
cheering
like
on.
I would like to
Don't
say something.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
I never was a fan of Steve Harvey, and the reason why I wasn't a fan of Steve Harvey is because I kind of felt like he did something to cut off other comedians that were more talented than him.
oh
Yeah,
And
people
one
yeah,
of
said he
them,
did that.
and so
percent.
that alone is what made me say I don't want to hear nothing he has to say. Now I am kind of mirroring or backing up what Faith is saying, but I cut him off way before the book and way before everything because I felt like he was cutthroat about some of the fellow comedians that he was going on tour with. And I said, if he did that to them, I don't trust this man.
Right,
So
he
I,
did, and he
so
did do that.
yeah,
He cut out. He tried to cut out Bernie Mac.
and Bernie Mac was funny. If Bernie Mac is funnier than him, I don't care what anybody says.
Oh yeah, he
Oh
way
yeah, by
funnier.
far.
Yeah, hands down, hands down.
And so I felt like he did him that he cut. And Cedric the Entertainer is funnier than him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
way.
So so
way from
so I felt like you did something to these guys. And after I figured, I kind of felt that I said, no, I ain't buying no book from you. I ain't listening to you. So I kind of but it took that to get me to cut off. And see, Faith, it took something else for her to, cut him off. But it's
So,
the same thing. It's a trust. It's an integrity thing. It's the
so,
same reason.
Right.
so you're saying
I,
that after the abandoning the kids, the leaving the wife when she was already down, the fucking up two households, and also raising the side chick and the side chick's kids above your own kids, that wasn't enough. It was Bernie Mac. Lord have mercy,
No,
boy.
that's not what
Well,
I'm
well,
saying.
she was never a fan, is
No,
what
no, no,
she's
no, no,
Yeah.
saying.
no, no. I'm not saying it, but I'm looking at it like it amazed me. Like as much as women say they look at these things of what happened. If he'll do it to her, he'll do it to
No,
me.
I'm
This
saying that
man
it
has.
was an integrity issue.
Mm, okay,
You're a struggling black
yeah.
man in this country, and you have a team of other black men, and you're trying to make your mark in history, and you cut their throats to elevate yourself. That's an integrity issue. So even before I knew about the wives, even before I knew about the book, I had a problem with this man.
Right,
So you were kind of putting it in, the context of we're all fans of him. I wasn't. And
Mm,
Right.
sometimes it takes different things for a person to say, okay, I'm done. So that's what it took for me. And certain things happened where Faith said, I'm done. So
Right.
okay.
For me it was when the wives came out and they told their side of the story and they were talking about what a deadbeat father he was and how he wasn't to that day really in their lives. And for me, if you're going to sit up here and say that you're a firm person and you're changed, but you're not really at the honorable family man that you portray yourself to be, for me, it's a no. I can't, I can't
right.
follow you after that.
I always knew
okay.
he was fake. I knew he was fake from the
Well,
beginning.
those other comedians were funnier than him. They were more talented than him. They should have, some of the stuff he has, they should have had it. I ain't gonna get into conspiracy theories or anything, but they were more talented than him. He was the least talented of the group.
Right, I agree with that.
But here's the thing. Bring it back to Kevin. There'd been men who was going against Kevin. Before he even blew up, there were men going against Kevin. And even when he kind of blew up, there were men like, no, we don't follow this dude. This dude, he one of them. Even before the man on the pallet, even before he was advocating for men to be with men, even before the whole thing when he was interviewing DJ Vlad talking about the LGBTQ need to step in for him. There were men saying, "No, this dude funny." But again, we get drowned out because y'all still focus on the ministry, and then you put all men in a hole that we were all supporting Kevin. No, we were not. I even talked on times. I said, why in the hell are y'all? Why the hell are these women listening to this supposed gay man? Why?
Well, see, her time is going to come though, bro. Speak. It's the same thing. I sent BMT earlier a meme that I found, an old Kevin Samuels post where he put down black men choose wives like what's the name? Lunny, not Lunny. What's that lady's name? Jenny Ma. Black men choose wives like Jenny Ma, not Lonnie Love. And that was a while back when Kevin Samuels was alive, and everybody was praising Jenny Ma. But it's so funny now that Jenny Ma is getting ready to be divorced, but Lonnie Love is still married.
Yep,
right.
Facts.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the interview that she talked about her? Like, she had a lot of anger issues and all kinds of stuff she was doing. She had no business getting married.
Okay, Coach D. Durrell, do you believe her? Do you believe her?
As far as her anger?
No, do you believe that that's part of the reason of the divorce?
Yeah, she said it was.
I don't believe her.
You don't believe her?
No, you know what I think it was? Go ahead, because I don't want to I think what it was, I don't think that this marriage turned out the way he thought it was going to turn out. And I'm not trying to I just want to say something. A lot of these passport bros or these men that want to date women of other cultures, they think it's going to be a walk in the park. These people of other cultures, not only do you have to take care of the woman, but you have to take care of her family. So she moved her mother in.
What?
So her mother, yes.
Oh,
she moved her mother in, and the mother was living in the house. So not only was he buying stuff for Jeannie Mai, he was buying stuff for the mother and the baby, and Jeannie Mai was teaching that baby her language. So she was speaking, her and the mother was speaking to the kid more in that language than English. So how do you think this man, yes. So how do you think this man feels? He's coming home from work and he don't have no privacy with his wife because the mother's there and they're speaking their language and he don't speak that language. And then the little kid is speaking that language too. You know what? What black guy is going to put up with that?
The white man didn't put up with it either.
A white man don't put up with it either. What are y'all talking about?
And then on top of that, she had a anger issue. Yes. And you can't tell me that thing about white men make you lean and black men and black meat is off to the. You can't tell me that wasn't swirling around in his head and eating his brain out.
And also, AP, didn't she say that she would never date or marry black men before she got with him?
She did. Right. She did. So all of that swirling around in his head. Come on now.
So wait.
And then she also said that her mom had an anger problem and her grandmother. It's like all the women were had anger issues.
Like she was a functional woman. Like y'all make it like Jenny was not a functional woman.
But black men especially
their spouse.
But black men especially have been selling these women these preferences as being the better choice. That's the whole point.
Okay, so
and women like Lonnie Love, oh, you know, she's obese, she's loud, she's a belligerent black woman. Oh, she couldn't be the better choice. Yet she's still married. And hey, look who's
Yeah,
getting
but that man
divorced.
broke. He ain't got a choice.
yeah, like that was a step up. Like her man
But
ain't no damn.
she's following Tyler Perry's instructions.
And that's
Nah, that
another
ain't what
thing
Tyler
too.
Perry said. That's what he said.
Jeannie Mai didn't
We
have
could
as
do
much
that.
money
We ain't
as
gonna do that.
as that guy. Jeannie Mai had a portion. She didn't have as much money as him.
Cool. So what that
So
mean?
because Jeannie Mai did not have as much money as Jeezy, and Jeannie Mai was paying like some sort of support or something to that white guy that she was married,
Right.
and then she got with Jeezy, and now he's paying for her. He
Yeah,
was worth more
but
than her.
Lonnie Love husband is flat broke.
Yeah,
Flat broke.
yeah, Jeannie, that's his wife. Of
Well,
course he
Lonnie
gonna pay.
Love is following the instructions of Mr. Tyler Perry. So
Nah, Tyler said
No,
that if
Lonnie
you went,
Love is fine in her own merit. See, Black woman, you gotta stop
and
this.
Tyler.
Okay, wait a minute, Chaos Reign. Wait
Y'all
a minute now.
try to sell that with Lonnie. Y'all try to
Wait
sell it.
a minute. I
Hold on,
want what I said. Wait a minute. I want what I said to resonate. Okay, I just dropped the bomb. And y'all are glossing over it. Did you hear what I said about all of those points that I made? I just dropped the bomb. Are y'all just gonna gloss over it?
What did you
That's a
sell?
whole lot more about the mother moving in, about the language.
That was major. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, wait, hold on. But what are you selling, Bill? Hold on. So that's like saying Kobe's wife, her mom, she doggone curved her own mom. So it wasn't like that. It's not like other men, their wives be really wanting their mothers around in the household like that after they're running their own household.
Kobe's mother-in-law was spending all kind of crazy money.
Right.
Yes.
And so his own wife said, hey, you gotta get the fuck out. Like there are plenty of men that don't mind the mother-in-law moving in, especially, you know what I'm saying, if they can afford it. Like that. But if it's different, like saying that, well, she speaks a different language, he's getting angry and stuff. No, we ain't gonna just try to put that. We're not gonna sell an alleged narrative. Now that's on no. We're not gonna do that. We already know she got caught cheating. She got caught stepping out of the marriage. That has already been put out there. So the faithfulness, that's her.
Is there?
It ain't on Jeezy. That's her. So guess what? Now all of a sudden, she got to eat that. She got to eat that crow. She ain't so culturally. If she would listen to her mommy and all that shit, or being in her motherhood, then guess what? She would have worried more of that child than chasing pee out there in the streets. So guess what? Now she's in trouble. So it ain't no Jeezy problem. That's her problem. She out there. She ain't worried about her child. She gonna get fucked over now.
What's going on, Miss Sunkiss? You ready to speak?
What the hell is y'all talking about? I thought y'all was talking about Prince Philip.
Hello, Sunkiss. How are you?
Hey, son.
I'm good.
Hey, Sunkiss. How you doing?
You know how these panels get. We stay up. We go on one topic, then we go somewhere else.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I'm just trying to understand why everybody up in arms. That woman got autonomy over her own person. If she don't like the way she being handled, she got the right to leave. What's the problem?
I mean, but the video clearly shows she was not mishandled.
Bullshit. If I'm talking and you start sniggling and giggling while I'm talking, then that's disrespectful, and I ain't got to deal with it.
Everybody do this.
Wait a minute. What video?
Can do that. Everybody can do that. But ain't nobody got to put up with that. If somebody trying to have a serious conversation, would you sit up in your professor's classroom and bust out laughing when y'all having a discussion? No,
I wouldn't. This is YouTube. That's not a professor's class. I just showed the clip of that. Nobody disrespected her. Matter of fact, even AP from the Bronx said that she was over.
Wait, can I see the clip?
Disrespectful. Come on now, like she was not mistreated on that Lapeef network. She was not.
I think that's a matter of perception and opinion.
No, I mean there was no instance of her being disrespected.
And she followed up most of the time too.
Disrespectful. If she come up there to have a serious conversation and somebody want to ridicule her like they in high school, that's
Are you
disrespectful.
serious? Come on, y'all
Wait,
reaching.
wait
Come
a
on,
minute.
man, y'all reaching.
Where's
Come
the
on,
clip?
y'all reaching. Y'all
He
reaching.
hard
T-Darrell,
up
can
most
you
of the
show the
time
clip
too.
again?
Now,
Can
I'm
you
Where's
on
the
my
show the clip
phone now.
again?
I'm on my phone now.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, I got off the computer, but I just showed the whole thing, and no, I didn't see anything different than anybody else that would be on there. They
See,
didn't
that's the
act
thing.
any way
Wait,
out of
Okay,
didn't
so
character.
nobody tell
compare.
me that the man laughed at her?
What's wrong with being
You
laughed
can't.
at?
Why can't you do
You
that?
Everybody
cannot.
get laughed at. She
You
above getting
cannot
laughed at.
compare one person to everybody else. Everybody is their own individual person. And if she said, I'm coming up here and I need y'all to be serious, and they choose not to be serious, she got a right to leave. She can feel disrespected. Who gonna
What?
tell her she
Come
can't?
on, man. Come on, son. Cause I
But if
come on
you
now. Miss Queen, come on.
Okay,
Stop
now I
it.
gotta
no,
go
because
get
if I
You
this
go
know
to
clip.
when you go.
somebody's
No, wait a
panel,
minute. You know how the Lapeep network is. Stop.
Right.
She
I
shouldn't have never
understand
went
Yeah.
up there if that's the case.
no, she can go wherever she wants to. What she should have did is what she did: get her ass off that panel when she felt like she wasn't being when she wasn't being respected. Because you
How?
can't
But
tell nobody
I want to know who
how.
disrespected her. I didn't see
See,
any
I just
disrespect.
told you. You don't. You choose to not accept what I'm saying, and
No,
that's
because
fine.
everybody was laughing. Okay, so
See,
that
here you
means
go,
okay. Hold on,
everybody.
Miss
So if
Sunkist.
everybody jump off the bridge, you
Hold on,
going
wait a minute.
too?
Wait a minute. So you gonna excuse her over talking people, not listening to
Mm-hmm.
people, trying to
Mm-hmm.
push her agenda, and not listening to what other people were saying? She was being
I'm
rude to
not
other people
saying.
too.
I think she was rude when she went over there with Sister Joyce ma'am as well, but that still don't negate the fact that she has autonomy over her own person and she is consistent across the board about the way folks have conversations. And if you're gonna invite her to the platform, I don't know whether she was invited or not.
She
So if
was
you're gonna
invited.
invite her to okay,
She
so if
was
you inviting
invited.
a person if you invite a person to your platform, you really should know how they operate and make sure that you acquiesce to what they doing or let them know I'm not gonna acquiesce and you gonna deal with this fuck shit and let them decide before they get up there.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what I didn't see any disrespect. I seen people laughing and doing whatever, and that's just what they do with anybody. They treated her no different than anybody else. I don't
That's
get
the
it.
problem. She not everybody else. And if you
Well,
watch her
yeah, she is.
content and
She,
how
she is no different than anybody. She a person just like anybody. She a content creator. What makes her so special?
no.
No,
Cause if I get
what
on
makes her special than anybody else? There's
if
no
I get
special
on
rules for her. There are no
if
special rules for her. She just like anybody else.
Right.
I
Nobody
get
making
on
special
some
rules because that's Priscilla. So what?
if I
People
Yeah.
get
see
She
on
don't
stuff
even.
somebody
too.
if I get on somebody's panel and somebody up there on their panel want to start talking to me crazy, calling me all out my name, I'm going to leave. I don't care what kind of
But
fuckery they
nobody
allow
did
on
that
their
to
panel.
her. Who called out her name?
No. Okay, bad example. If I say I'm coming to have a serious conversation and you got an ass clown on the panel, I got the right to leave if you're not gonna make the ass clown act like he not the class clown. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
But
that's
that's
the
not
point
her.
to leave. Really?
But
That didn't
that's not
happen.
her panel,
Come
though.
on now.
It don't got to be her panel. She was invited over there. So if I know
Okay.
that I got somebody coming to my panel that don't deal in a certain type of behavior, then me as the channel holder, I have an obligation to protect that person's boundaries. People got boundaries, and people don't
that's
respect folks'
that's a
boundaries.
grown woman that can speak up
No,
and talk
people
for
need to
herself.
learn
She
how to
she she not
respect
doing
boundaries.
anything that nobody else experienced. Everybody else get that, whatever. I mean, I don't see there's other people that wanted to have serious conversations that went left. That happens all the time.
Yeah, she left when she said this ain't gonna be productive. I don't feel like
Yeah,
this gonna
you
suit
know what?
me.
I'm gonna tell you
She
why
got her
she
ass
left.
down.
She left because she didn't want to be challenged. That's why she left.
Well,
Yep.
whatever the case may be, she got her ass down. That's what she was supposed to do. Not sit there and argue with
Well,
a bunch of niggas if she felt like the
you
conversation was
can't.
gonna be
My thing
unproductive.
is that this is not group think. If you're gonna have controversial perspectives, people are going to challenge you on that.
But if you gonna challenge somebody like you got some damn sense. Why you acting a whole monkey's
But
ass?
people just say that about her because she disrespected people. She was talking over people, didn't allow people to speak, didn't told the ladies this and that, didn't let the women didn't even get a chance to speak because she was monopolizing the mic.
Was it she invited?
It don't matter. Everybody was invited.
But
Right.
it's again, it's if she's doing the same thing, how are you going to get? What gives her the right to get mad when she's doing the same thing to the other people?
Well, I mean, they
That
told
sound
her
like
to
a
keep
child.
quiet.
That sound like a child.
I'm trying to figure out why all the conversation. She fell away and she left. So what the hell is we talking about?
We talking about really what we talking about is I'm trying to figure out where was the disrespect because I didn't see it.
The disrespect was she was trying to have a conversation and this nigga was sitting up here laughing.
Wait a
And
minute.
she took that disrespectfully. That's where the
Really?
disrespect was.
Are you trolling
That's
right
where it
now?
was.
You trolling.
Mhm.
You
Look,
trolling.
I'm
Okay.
not trolling. I'm being
You trolling.
serious.
No,
If
she's
you look
serious.
at the
You
thing,
trolling.
I'm
Okay,
not
Dita, did
trolling.
you played it on your channel, right?
Yes, I just played it. I played it
Well,
about 2 hours ago.
I just watched what you played. I didn't see none of that. They seem like they were
No,
just having a regular conversation.
it was fake. Like the thing about it was she thought that she could bogart and have some type of hierarchy over everybody, and they were like, "No, we're treating you like everybody else on the panel." Guess what? Betty, everybody needs to also have a free spot. She cutting people off. She disrespecting people. So they said, "Okay, so you want to go that route? Cool. Now you're gonna get." Imagine they didn't call out her name. You've seen them treat women a lot worse on that panel. They did not
Sure
even treat her
did.
like that. They actually treat her pretty nice. I'm like, damn. Even Mr. Let
Yeah,
Go didn't even
I
talk.
didn't really see any overt disrespect because I've seen them disrespect women before, but not
Right.
in this instance.
And that
Nope.
was my
No, it
purpose for
wasn't.
doing the video to see where the hell because I looked at it and I said, well, I'm gonna do a video on this because I'm trying to figure out where's the damn outrage at because this is how people get treated on panels. No
It
matter
look
what.
like the only people that's outraged is the men, cause the hell the woman left. Okay, I don't agree with her. I don't
No,
even know why. Princess. Okay, here's
no,
the thing. One, you got to
but
know who you talking to. You talking to Princella. I'm sure y'all have seen Princella on panels. I'm sure y'all have seen Princella speak. You know she gonna speak over people. She
okay,
aggressive and she gonna do all
okay,
that. So if you know that that's who
and
They
they
don't
coming
make
to
no
your
respond in
sense.
panel,
kind. So
if
what's the
you
point?
know that's who you coming to your panel and you don't lay the ground rules before, and she automatically gonna think she the star of the damn show, and she say if she pull her diva card because that's what she did. Like artists, if they say I perform at your venue, but I need silk white sheets from the land of China before I come up in there, you gonna get them sheets or they not coming, and that's what she did. And when she got over there, she didn't get what she expected, so she left. Yeah, you can take it or you can leave it, but that's who she is. So if you can't deal with the diva attitude, don't invite her to your shit, or you
Why
gonna
you
get the
gotta be a
same
diva
result.
if you want
But
if
in
you can't
turn,
be
you
a diva and expect respect in return.
either.
She got the diva.
So if you can't handle that, don't go over there. She know Lil Peep Network. She know how they
She
treat.
got off the panel. She did what she
So
was supposed to do. Oh, this ain't working.
that's
Toodaloo.
on her. But that's on
Yeah,
her.
is she complaining? Cause I only seen a bunch of men strike up streets talking about why Princella do this. I'm like, what
Well,
the
there's
hell?
other
She
women
left.
complaining about how she was treated too.
Women have struggled streams about it too. There's been women struggle streams
They're
about it
doing
too.
that. Don't put it just. It's just the men. If
Who?
women
What women?
complain,
What women? Point me into the direction of the women that's talking about Princella hopping off that panel. Cause I don't think we give a damn. She knew that wasn't what she wanted and she left. That's
there were
what she's
women
After
supposed
even
to
in the
do.
chat.
after an
In the
hour of
chat, we
talking,
were talking about it yesterday. There were women in the chat saying she was getting
In the
disrespected.
chat. I don't see no women putting up no screens talking
Chat,
about
and
no
we
damn
like,
Princella.
but again, it's like we gotta treat these women like kid gloves on certain panels. I'm like, no, you know what you're going to. So if you expecting anybody expecting a serious conversation on the Lapeef network, you are a fool.
Yeah, I agree.
You are a goddamn fool. You know how that
Well,
panel.
okay. We'll say she a fool. And when she realized she
She
was a
a
fool, she
fool.
left. So what's the
She a
problem?
fool. So
So what's the problem?
you're acting like a petulant child. You should have never
What
been on
time?
there.
She said, hey, I ain't come here for this. Fuck you. Get your ass out. Kick rocks. We ain't asked you to come.
but she
Okay,
did
deal.
come
She
for
did.
that. She did come for that.
And she did.
She came, and and usually when she can't take the heat, she get challenged. She run off
Yep, like
because
so many other
she want
panels.
to indoctrinate people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know,
You're
whatever the case may be.
you're gonna get pushback.
Who keep asking her to come on their channel though?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. She can say no.
That's part of the deal.
She say no. Is she building a platform?
Something.
She look. The bottom line is she hot shit right now, and people want her. And if she decide that you ain't doing right, she can leave. And I really think that's what folk mad about, because she can leave and she ain't gonna lose no audience. Matter of fact, she'll probably gain some audience from being over there. I think that's
fine,
the real
but
issue.
that ain't the point. My point is, you just because you hot don't mean just because you being challenged, you can't handle being challenged.
You know
what she can't do.
I mean, everybody. This is nothing no different than anybody on a panel, including Kevin Samuel.
Kevin used to have that same issue, D. Kevin used to have that same issue, D.
Yeah.
And remember back then when he used to jump on the panels, they used to call him names. They used to just talk all type of shit with him. When he used to say all kind of stuff, they would fact check him. Then after a while, what happened? He stopped going on that panel. He started going to safe spaces. And then even then, the people in the chat, he started controlling the chat, and he wouldn't allow nobody to come up on his panel. You know why? Because he couldn't disprove them in what they were saying. So guess what? He started controlling his own platform to where nobody can come on. And if you said something to challenge him, what would he do? Kick you off. So it's the same Kevin Samuels move. She's going to take that same step. There's nothing different. She can't out pivot anybody on certain platforms. So she's going to go where it's safe and nobody's going to challenge her. That's all it is. It's fine.
And it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing to watch and behold.
I respect that. Hey, listen. Listen,
we
get that. So I guess you don't do
that's the best part. The best part is they going to keep inviting her to come on their platform.
I'm enjoying let invite her up there.
You don't have to go on platforms to be hot.
You don't have to.
You don't be going on people platforms like that.
Sure
There's a bunch of people that don't do the panels. You don't have to.
They gonna ask her to come, and she going, and people just gonna be mad and keep talking about her, making streams, and keep helping her grow. And I'm happy because it don't make no sense. Y'all know that lady crazy. Why y'all keep inviting her to y'all platform? You know, if she can't do what she want to do, she go.
Why they keep inviting her?
Right, because they know she gonna bring numbers.
Exactly, Sidekiss.
Yeah, I'm like, why are y'all
exactly, Sidekiss. And here's the thing. But here's the thing, Sidekiss, you're right, because we told men they kept sitting up here complaining about the women, and they wanted Kevin Samuels to check the women, and it's the same thing with the women wanting Princella to check these men. So now what happened is the women was saying about Kevin Samuels, hey, Kevin Samuels is gay, Kevin Samuels has y'all best interests at heart, Kevin Samuels is, Kevin Samuels is not. Now the men are sitting up there begging the women, don't listen to Princella. Princella is a lesbian. She's going to lead y'all down the road path. You know what? Princella is a thing called karma for y'all. And I just love it. It is so delicious to watch you all begging.
What's the karma? What's the karma?
Karma is Princella.
Princella. To what? Karma to what?
Okay.
Karma to Kevin Samuels.
What Kevin affected men as a collective? Has he affected me as a collective?
Yeah. Do you care what he's talking about? They go on dates and niggas is talking about what they bring to the table on some Kevin Samuels.
They were doing that before Kevin Samuels.
Asking them if they listen to Kevin Samuels. Okay, like stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the infamous
karma.
Very few weirdos was
and the infamous what is your dress size? How many times black men tried to ask me what my dress size is?
Men do that
on the first date.
A size 6, and they'll keep pushing.
On the first date.
On the first
no,
day.
I'm talking about online. You couldn't even go on panels. You couldn't even go on panels without these guys asking you what your dress size is.
They asked them
they were doing that before
on the first date. On the first date, and then they was bringing up Kevin Samuels' name, and I had young girls that was calling me, telling me about it. So yeah, he affected it. Princella is karma. I love the fact that her crazy ass, they gonna ask her to go to these places. They gonna come ask her, and she gonna show her ass, and she gonna leave like the boss bitch that she is, and that's what they deserve. And they
Yep.
gonna keep asking her to come back, and she gonna keep doing it. Why? Because they get the numbers and they can get the bag because of her. Because y'all ain't making no money without black women. Let's just be honest about it.
I do.
Facts.
I mean, my check keeps coming on the first.
I'm talking about content creation. And these content creators over in this particular space ain't making no money without black women. If black women pack their motherfucking bags and said we ain't fucking with none of these male content creators no more, that's it. The well runs dry.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And the funny thing is, I see a lot of black men on Princella's stream. Y'all be going over there messing with her.
Y'all. There's no y'all. And no y'all. I didn't even know she had a chance.
I did with Kevin. I know.
I'm just speaking in collectives. I'm not saying you personally.
No.
Just like the women, they were doing the same thing. They were going to see Kevin too.
Like I said, ultimately, we already understand it's easier to package and sell things to a woman. That's fine. I mean, it's not. It's only going to be interesting when it starts reaching onto radio stations, and then after that, then she starts getting around a bigger, broader audience of people who actually they might say, "Yeah, I could see what you're saying." You know what I'm saying? But then when she starts getting around Adam. She started getting around those type of people on certain radio stations, that Latin radio DJ host. See, when she started getting around them, see, after a while, they make their bag off of proving you wrong and digging up your background. See, that's what we're waiting to see. After I'm honestly waiting. I don't give a shit about nigga. I'm waiting for her to go to up there to those radio stations where they're gonna start putting your ass in all kinds of scenarios. So, do you remember when you said this, or you remember when you pushed this agenda? And see, they're gonna bring all that shit up. They always do.
But we've already had women who try to push the whole lesbian or leave men alone thing. Janelle Monáe tried to push that.
Oh, and guess what? Now she's redacting on that. Now she's redacting on that too. Now she's trying to redact.
Yeah, she's trying to run from that. Like,
she's trying to run from it?
Huh?
She trying to run from it?
Yeah, she don't like that card now.
Video talking about I like lips. What was the lipstick song she made? What do you mean she ran from it?
She tried to put, hey, get with women and leave these men alone. Nobody listened to her. Nobody gonna listen to that stuff like that.
No, women love men. Just go get a non-black one. That's it. That's how she said. Change the marriage ratio, like the what I call her, a squirrel vesta, the queen of kings.
Lord,
ooh, Priscilla?
No,
they doing that already. I'm like, where's she going? Oh, get with men, get with white men. I'm like, they're doing that already. Like,
hell yeah, white men get married, and they'll take care of your illegitimate baby.
Yeah, they're gonna divorce your ass.
And guess what? They
divorce your ass quick too.
Actually, how that went out for her.
That lady's still married. No, y'all got a new one, and she better than Kristen and Caroline. Oh yeah, this one, yeah, yeah. She made that song. That's what my live stream.
Actually, her third white dude.
That's not her third white dude. Her first husband was black.
No, her second
husband white. Her children's father black.
Her first.
Who y'all talking about?
Her first husband wasn't a black man. They would never marry.
That man is black, and they was married. Her children not illegitimate. She had them children inside of a marriage. She was married to a black man. They are now divorced, and she got a white man that's a stepdaddy to her children. I don't know what the hell that ex-husband doing.
Christian
Caroline. I don't have a problem with that.
I ain't talking about no Christian Caroline.
And the kids, that's
what it is.
Yeah, he did that. And then she made the song called Divest. And she was like, we love y'all, but y'all ain't trying to protect us. Y'all be giving us babies and dipping on us. And y'all mad at me because Umar told her that she needs to turn in her black card because she was married to that white man. And she was like, how you gonna be mad at me for being married to a white man that's loving me and my children and being a daddy to my boys? Okay.
Okay, okay,
Her
now I'm
name is
kind of confused.
Queen of Kings. Okay? Queen of Kings.
I can't get
Okay?
mad at that.
No,
That's her
you
choice.
can't get mad at it. It's wonderful. And she said,
Oh,
don't
King?
don't
Oh,
don't be
okay.
wasting your time with these black men that don't want to get married and put babies up in you, telling you ain't worth nothing because you gave birth. Go ahead and date
And
out. And I was
that
like,
white man gonna divorce her within 5 years.
And hell, they have time the white men be killing their damn children and be on goddamn 24
Hey,
hours and shit. Like they be on them
they
crazy
get
ass
married
shows.
though. They get
And
married though.
What that mean? Getting
okay.
married?
Don't
Staying
matter
married
if
is
you
what
divorced in 5 years. That don't mean nothing.
What? As a
shit.
Now,
manosphere
I
full
think
of
you comparing the white
Democrats,
man with the white man.
Fuck.
It's the white man that
baby
killing the
daddy.
kids, not the white man.
What's that?
Whoever killing their kids, them motherfuckers be married though. That's they do
Fuck
that.
that.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
well, I guess they go to prison together too. I guess. Okay.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
because it's so many people in prison for that. Get out of here. They numbers look better than ours. Go get y'all a white man.
What numbers better than
Good
y'all?
luck.
White man?
Huh?
What you talking about? My numbers better than y'all as far as that goes.
Yeah, white folks, they got better marriage rates, okay? Nuclear homes and stability. Yeah.
No,
She
they
Yeah,
don't.
said,
and
go
high
get you
Everybody
divorce
one.
rates
marriage way
too.
better than ours.
Right, it is. And she said, stop playing with these brothers and go where you celebrate it. Okay?
Oh,
Go
Well, shit,
where they ain't
you better
worried
Okay.
getting
about no stretch marks and
you
a
better
couple of pounds.
marrying an African. They got high marriage
What?
rates.
No hell.
higher than the white people.
Why not? I mean, you better
No,
off doing
no
that.
hell.
Date
No
interculturally.
hell. Don't do that. Don't do that. No
What?
hell. Don't do that. Don't
Why
do that.
not?
Y'all, because they all of them the same. They all the same. Okay. The
Nah,
same
come on,
way.
no, nah, come on. That's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
stereotype. Stop. That's not
What?
true.
Yeah,
What?
Stop.
you
Yes,
like being
it
pegged.
is.
Okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
come
You
on,
like
nah.
you like pegging.
Look,
Nah, no, come
look,
on.
I'm the mirror of the manosphere. Do you hear me? All you niggas is the same.
Man, you do it too
Now I'm trolling. Now I'm trolling.
Oh Lord.
Y'all silly. Hey P, you been a little quiet. Any comments?
No, I'm just listening. I'm driving and listening.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I'm enjoying the show.
Okay.
Yes. All y'all is the same. Hey, go get y'all a white man. Become a swirl vesta. That's the new vocabulary word, okay? You got to use it, Deidre. You got it?
Okay, swirl
Swirl
Vesta.
vesta.
12
A swirl vesta is a person that stepped out and did it successfully. So they a swirl vesta, okay? Y'all
Okay.
make
Now you know that if you want to be a squirrel Vesta, you can't talk about the passport brothers.
No. Cause see, you got what you need. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to deal with it no more.
Okay.
You
But
can go
Dita Rail,
be successful.
we kind of can
What?
talk about the passport brothers and these brothers
How?
here in the United States thinking that they stepping out on black women getting something better because look at Tyrese. Oh,
Wait a minute.
Tyrese done
Wait a
took
minute.
Oh my
If you
God!
a squirrel Vesta, you
Tyrese
doing the
done
same
took a
thing.
L. Hold on, Tyrese took a L. Let's
Did
see.
you say
That
cry? Did you say cry, Reese?
yeah,
Tyrese,
Cryreese.
uh,
Yes, baby.
she's mixed with black, so she's not
That's like saying y'all. Then y'all might go ahead and pull up that Stacy woman
African in her.
that was saying that she thinks she that marrying white men and shit. Like in Florida, that
Stacey
white man be
Dash.
calling the police on her at. Yeah, she be calling the police on and that white man be calling the police on her all the time. Got her at trailer parks and shit and around meth addicts. Like, come on now,
And
y'all
then
don't want to go down
then
that path.
the guy that married Remy Ma or what's her name? Jenny Ma or whatever her name is. Yeah, he took a L. I mean,
Yeah,
y'all just finding out left
everybody
and
taking it.
right. Y'all just finding out left and right that the grass is not greener, and I am loving it. Okay, this is beautiful.
You sound silly.
Mm.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Oh, that's because they not telling the truth. When they be dating now to get these other women, what they doing is practicing hypergamy. But they've been sitting out here telling us that's women's nature. Now that's human nature for you bum mother. Okay, they go get a woman of a different race because they feel like it's gonna raise their social status. Okay, and then
Exactly.
he went and got that. That's hypergamy. Okay, so black men is out here trying to teach each
Really?
other how to be hypergamy, and they sitting up here spreading these
I
lies.
guess
Okay,
if you call it hypergamy, okay.
that is hypergamy. Hypergamy is dating up for social and economic reasons. Okay, so that's what they be doing. Okay, if you listen to the SYSBM niggas talk, they be talking about how they can get upward mobility with a chick that ain't black. That's all it is. It's
I don't
hypergamy
know
all
how.
day long. We got to tell the truth, cause
Hell
they can put that
Yeah.
white lady on their hand and somehow in they psychotic black mind. You know what I'm saying? Because Dr. Wilson told us a long time ago black people was ill. So in their sick mind, they think that they gonna win. You know, and Jeezy is showing you that that's not the case. Even if you a hood rat, you gonna get you a
Hell,
hood rat.
shoot, Scotty Pippen can tell you that's not the case either. He got done bad.
Man, we all over the place. They talk about everybody that failed.
It is all over. I don't even know what the fuck we talking about now. So,
Man,
Women
so
is women. No matter where you go, they women. Okay, women is women.
Right?
And all this other weird shit that they talking about. Look, learn how to deal with women, communicate with women. Like Priscilla, I'm telling y'all, she gonna keep doing what she doing.
Yeah,
All
she
the
gonna
conversations in
grow
the
and
world,
become big, bigger than what she. I mean, she gonna blow up. You
she
know,
gonna blow
I
up.
don't
she
deny
she
it.
gonna
Even,
have a season, and I think she's
even,
definitely gonna get farther than Kevin. Because
even,
even before Kevin passed away, I think he was going to get a TV show. I think he was going to get there.
No,
yeah,
I,
He was
because he had
already.
just did that video with Future. He was in the music video and he had something else going on. And she
Yeah.
might very well blow
He
up.
was on
But
Atlanta too.
hold
She
on.
has already surpassed Kevin. She's
You
how
got
did she back
37,
up? Yeah,
and Kevin didn't make it until he was like 58 almost.
yeah, but
you mean
she didn't
57?
get the money yet. Like, when we see her get the money and the deals, then we can be
She's
like, oh, okay.
she has money.
Kevin ain't
What
got no
money?
damn money.
What
The
money? Wait,
hell?
wait,
What
what money?
money?
What
What
money?
money?
Wait, what money?
Who are you
Where
saying? Who are you saying they didn't get the money yet? Who are you referring to?
I mean,
We're
her
talking about
channel ain't get
Priscilla.
the money yet.
Yeah, her
She's
channel ain't get
getting
the money.
she's
He ain't
getting
making no
money
money like
from
that.
her books and she's getting money from her seminars.
That's like
Her
Obsidian
channel
saying he get money. Like, y'all hear y'all
her
so man.
channel is her channel is axillary. She has multiple forms of income coming in.
uh
Yeah, these people be like,
I don't think
Kevin
she's
didn't
making
$1
$1 million a year though.
no, she's not
She
making,
ain't making no billion.
she's only 37.
Man, y'all trying to use that card that she's 37,
She
but so she's not on Kevin's
She
level.
more high value than Kevin Samuels, that's for sure.
Yeah, Kevin
how?
Samuels
Where?
only
Where?
came into
Where?
money. And that's another thing too. When Kevin Samuels died, all these people that protect Kevin Samuels of all costs, they said that funeral was pathetic. They
Okay,
said that
but
it
Okay.
we're
was
talking about
cheap.
It was
we're talking
pathetic.
It
about we're
was pathetic.
comparing we're
The only one
Go
that
ahead.
comparing.
went
We're
was
looking at
Anton, dumbass.
Similar to
yeah.
Kevin, she's. I don't see where this money at. Are y'all in
Yeah,
her
yeah,
book?
where's this money? Yeah, we're trying to say where's this money
Where's the
at?
money at? Because
She has money from selling the books. She has money
No,
from
no,
the
but she ain't got no.
seminars.
how
Go ahead.
Okay,
how much money? Like
Well,
I'm still trying to figure.
I ain't in her pockets, but she does
she don't
talk.
got.
I ain't her friend or anything,
Make all
but
the time.
she did mention that she does have money and that
Man,
she,
every man said
that
he got money. Everybody said they got money. Right?
Everybody says that. Kevin was saying he got money. We didn't find out
yeah,
till
but
much later that he really didn't make no money until a year
that
before he
last
passed away.
year. Yeah, that
So
last year.
it's like really, if we're gonna talk about
No,
how
actually, Kev was making money
where
at around
where what
2020,
like we don't know.
and probably before
Okay,
that, he's
he
been
was
making money.
making money,
It's
but
just
he
on
couldn't
YouTube
get a
got
car
to
that
the point
wasn't
where he
leaking
started getting
oil.
serious money.
Really? He was making money, but he couldn't get a car that wasn't leaking
Well,
oil,
yeah, but
and he was living in a rooming
I
house.
A rooming house.
He was living in a rooming house. He was living in a rooming house. Wait a minute. Why y'all cut me off?
Hold on. Let chaos in. Hold on.
Go ahead.
He was living in a rooming house, and those candles that he was buying, he was bringing them back to the store for refunds. And so it got so bad that they banned him from bringing shit back. So he was buying suits from the thrift shop. He was living in a rooming house. He was getting ready to get kicked out from the landlord. And his car, he had a used BMW that was leaking oil, and he had a cardboard box underneath the BMW. And then when he was driving off, he was leaving the cardboard box behind. And his landlord was yelling at him, saying that she's going to report him to the HOA. So, so I mean, if this is the life that he was living at 58, Princella's not doing that bad.
Yeah, Princella's way younger than him.
Yeah, she's 37. So if you compare what she has at 37 and where he was at 37, she's blowing him out of the water already.
Okay.
YouTube standards must be low as fuck. I think YouTube standards. I mean, I get if I drink water
still trying to figure out
my ass. I must be a god here or something.
If you're not in her books, because again, people can lie all the time. People lie on Instagram all the time about how much money they got. Yep. So it's like I don't care about what she's showing you, because anybody can lie. So
well, all I know is a good sign that the money is there is when you can get these white women to come on your show and feed you grapes and feed you beer in your mouth. And like she had a stream where she had white women in the show catering to her.
So she probably paid. So she paid.
She had this light-skinned woman that was her girlfriend, I guess, that was feeding her and giving her drinks and shit. I saw that too.
And that's another thing too.
$400 and get that done.
That's called paying women.
Okay, another thing too. I would like to say something. Another thing too is that when it comes to legacy. What was Kevin's legacy? His wife didn't have anything. His ex-wife had nothing good to say about him.
But they ain't married no more, so that legacy's over.
Okay, his children had nothing.
Him by himself.
Okay, can I talk?
No.
His ex-wife had nothing good to say about him. The people close to him had nothing good to say about him. His child had nothing good to say about him. Where's his memoirs? At least this woman, she has 3 books under her belt. That's a legacy. That's something. That's a professional legacy.
Well, y'all sounding like Obsidian right now.
I'm just saying. It's a professional legacy, and she also has a good relationship with her daughter. That's something.
Well, Kevin Samuels' dog cared about him. Didn't Kevin Samuels have a dog?
Daughter.
No, I said a dog.
He had a friend that was saying some good stuff about him too on that funeral thing that he had.
They said it was pathetic, and then that guy that was saying that lawyer that said he was a friend of Kevin's. The family said they don't. Yeah, they said they don't know that man. He didn't even know him. He was just trying to take over where Kevin Samuels left off. He was trying to be the new Kevin Samuels.
Not Dennis Perlin. I know
Dennis Perlin. Yeah.
Not him.
The family said they don't know him.
He was
Brother Speed from Houston. Right over there.
The family said they didn't know him.
About Dennis Perlin. I know he's fake.
So let me get it straight. Marcella got a daughter?
Yeah, she does, from her marriage.
Right.
Her
the daughter comes on the show. The daughter's on the show all the time.
Okay,
yeah, Princella has her daughter all the time.
Okay, but again, there's a lot of parents.
She's not married.
Hey, didn't Master P have his son all the time? And look what happened with him. He
well, very well played. Very well played.
Well, we don't know because Princella's daughter is still young, so we have to wait and see on that one.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm just saying. What I'm trying to make with this, we don't know where she is compared to him yet.
Okay, can I say something? I think that, because it may be a gender issue, but I think that having a good, as far as legacy and as far as leaving your mark and as far as relationships are concerned, I would say that her relationship with her daughter, and I would say the fact that she has a legacy, a professional legacy, she has tapes, she has books, she has her seminars. She has something that if she closes her eyes today, if you were to compare her body of work and Kevin's body of work, her body of work is going to be stronger. Plus, she has a daughter that loves and adores her. And Kevin
Again,
Man, the ass kissing of Priscilla is
we
strong with this
we
one.
can't say with the daughter thing yet because she's not grown.
Well,
And also, we don't even know what her money look like.
I said if she dies today.
Put the other stuff. If you want to put the other stuff,
go ahead.
If you want to put the other stuff like the books and stuff, yeah, I can say okay. As far as the books, because I don't see no book that Kevin ever wrote. But if you're talking about if you want to talk about YouTube particular, people are still playing his clips daily. Yep. So if you want to talk about legacy and affecting, if y'all want to say affecting society, Kevin is stronger than her right now, and he's passed away. Now, can she get to that point? Maybe, possibly. Yeah. Possibly. But right now, no.
She would do it right now because y'all only see her on YouTube. That girl been building her platform damn near 20 years. See, when I encountered Priscilla, it was about 15 years ago over there on Facebook, and I seen her coming up then.
Okay,
now, when she came over here to YouTube,
Kevin was almost mainstream though. It ain't. She ain't there yet. She may get there, but she ain't there right now.
But if we're gonna make that argument, well, Kevin really didn't start trying to build himself up until in his 50s or something like that.
Yes,
exactly. And it's gonna take her longer to be a woman in this still a male-dominated society.
If you want to compare to time, Kevin is doing it faster than she is.
She's not on no Tommy's level. So I got a question. You think she's bigger than Tommy? You think she's bigger than Tommy?
Can I say something?
She's bigger than Tommy.
No, she ain't nowhere close to Tommy.
Can I say something? Okay, the money from Kevin Samuels' videos, who's getting that?
His family.
Who cares? Who cares getting the money?
Whoever the owner of the channel.
Okay, and who's the owner of the channel? Is because he didn't have a good relationship with his daughter.
It don't matter. Whoever getting the money.
Who's getting that money? Who is getting that money?
His daughter is getting it.
Well, I
she
hope
put
that
the
she
thing
is.
out, and she told people that if they play his content, she'll sue them. She got control over the estate. She's getting the money.
Okay, well, at least, well, that is good. I'm happy about that because she deserves something because he didn't pay child support for many years.
Right.
So I'm glad that she's getting something.
Now, are you going to talk about how Priscilla was out there dating dope boys and all them crack addict bookies and shit? When y'all going to start talking about that? I know we railroaded on Kevin. I hate Kevin. So when we going to start talking about the stuff that Priscilla do? But she was out there dating a lot of fuck niggas. So we going to start talking about that next now?
I mean, she did. That's why she traumatized the way she is.
Okay.
She showed the niggas that she
admitted it.
Exactly. She talked about it herself.
Okay. I want to know when we going to talk about it.
Priscilla exposed that herself.
Okay, so we going to talk about it. I want to know when we going to start talking about that. Let's not talk about how she made
it. Well, what about it?
I'll give her that.
What about it?
She exposed herself. She talks about this on her show.
Yeah,
so isn't it ironic that she made a
about Kevin Samuels?
We had to dig for Kevin's stuff.
We had to dig. We had to dig for his shit, and then so let's look at that. So, did she ever go reconcile with any of the people that she hurt or she done damage to? Since she exposed,
who did she hurt?
Who did she hurt?
Well, she talked about how she was out there with fuck boys doing all kind of fuck boy shit. So you don't think that she can contribute? But I mean, she painting the story that she's the victim.
Talk about how they hurt her.
Oh, okay, so it's just her. So see, That's the thing. We see how the story getting painted.
But you're acting as if she hurts me, that you hurt them. Who came out and said she hurt them?
You see that, and see now. See, here's the brick narrative where it's just she's the victim, but you don't ever hear what she was doing. But somehow, in every one of her narratives, that these men were all bad, but yet she did nothing. But yet, when we look at how she
nothing. Good girls like bad boys. She probably didn't do shit. She just picked the wrong niggas.
Okay.
All right. You just constantly picking the wrong men. Okay.
Hell yeah, women do it all the time. I be looking at them like, what's wrong with your dumb ass? Sometimes you gotta look at these women and really look at their face and be like, do you know you dating the same nigga in different skins? Have you realized that yet? Because yes, over and over again, they will pick the same bullshit dude. He just got different eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Hey man, these women can sell goddamn water to wine, man. Like I said,
we know women because we are women. Women do dumb shit. We do. I mean, it's true, but she ain't hide her dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? She just went on and on.
But you know the thing about it is she could tell all the fuckery she did, and she'll get the Simonian brick woman card that those men rotted me bad. Versus holding any accountability. Versus how she'll hold any accountability to the bad shit that she did. And it's crazy about that because we asked her that years ago. Like, yo, Priscilla, why you kept choosing these type of niggas? Because I'm a bad bitch. So you chose those type of niggas thinking you was a bad bitch. And that shit didn't work out for you. Okay, so we already know.
What is this bad shit that she did, though? Like, that's where you losing me at. What is this bad shit that she did?
You fucking around with dope dealers and running the streets with them. How is that? What is so good about that? What's so good about
it? Is she robbing banks with them? Because if she ain't robbing banks with them, what's the problem?
Yeah, we're going to pass on that one.
Am I still Borgin?
No, you got
it. Go ahead, Faith.
Yeah, I was asking BMT, who are the people that she heard? Like, did you hear something?
No, she was on X's channel, and she talked about how some niggas, if she thought that they were a certain type of way, she'll run over them. She'll like, you know, treat them like shit, take their money, run game on them, you know, use them, and we're like, damn, so you get fucked over, so you do that to other men?
She's doing this to men that messed her over.
No. She just did it to men that was, you know, simpy. In other words, they you know what I'm saying, good morning, queen, all that other simpy gay shit. Yeah, she'll take advantage. Get the bag off. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, but see now, is it fair to call them weak if they actually try with good intention to actually try to be nice to her, and then she took advantage of them?
Well, in her opinion, they weak. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But you see how the perception of when she's doing it, well, she's playing the game. She's playing the game like the men.
But ain't nobody up here caping for Priscilla though. That's the thing. We not caping for Priscilla. Ain't nobody. Oh, poor Priscilla. Yo, she picked them fuck niggas. That's why she's traumatized. We not like, oh, we care about her because these niggas did. Nobody gives a damn. She chose all of that. She picked that. We just saying that she didn't hide her shit. Now, is she wrong for what she doing? Women do that all the time. So it do you well to not let these women play you in the streets. Because if you weak, she gonna either leave you alone or she gonna wipe her feet all over you. It's your choice. That's just what they do. That's what we do. We're women. Okay? So yeah, you can say she wrong and go say you need to go apologize to all the simps that you hurt. Like, okay, what's they gonna do? That's gonna stop them from sipping?
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. It's a cold world.
Trauma bitches finding trauma niggas. That's all we hear today. So
yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, guys, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up at the 4:15 mark. So, any last words?
Thanks for having me up, D-Derail. I'm out.
All right,
Queen. Have a good one.
I got some content to. I got to get in the lab, boy. It's been a lot. Priscilla, Priscilla Defense Force.
Brother
I got to
Speak, you
meet.
can go ahead.
Well, I mean,
you might have to tag me, BMT, and
Chaos is gonna be good.
Go ahead, brother. Speak your last words.
What can I say? Priscilla is Priscilla.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see where she goes. That's all I can say. It don't bother my money. Don't bother me. So, but at the end of the day, I do think it's hilarious how polarizing she is. How people are just they're either team Priscilla or team anti Priscilla, and you got dudes who will, if you even mention that anything positive about her, I mean, you a simp and all kinds of stuff. It's like but if you go against her, you hate women and all that. It's funny. I'm here for it. But anyway, thank y'all. Thank you for having me up here, D Derail. All right, bye everybody.
All right, peace. All right, AP in the Bronx.
Yeah, another good one, D Derail. I really appreciate the show, and all of the panel members. I just think that I believe in fairness, and I think that have the same energy, like you had with Kevin Samuels. He said what he had to say, and he had a lot of staunch followers that was like protect Kevin Samuels at all costs. And so you can't get mad when people feel that way about Princella too. It is what it is. She's doing her thing. This is her grift or legacy or whatever she wants to call it. And I can't take the microphone out of her hand. This is her life, and this is how she chooses to live it. And she's doing what she feels is best for her. So it is what it is.
Okay. All right. We appreciate you for coming in always. You always give good commentary.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys next time.
All right. Thank you. Miss Faye just came
Hey.
storming in here with her position.
What's up, D? You know how I do?
I ain't see you in a while. Your timing is just, I'd be like, wow, wait, Faye just show up.
I just pop up whenever. Now I've been kind of busy, you know how I do.
Yeah,
I prioritize my family before YouTube. That's how I always been.
Of course.
But I will say this: with the whole Princella thing, I think it is beautiful. You know what? As a matter of fact, every time I see black men complaining about Princella, I think another woman gets her wings. Or something like that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, really. Hey, look, Kevin Samuels had a long run of playing elephant music on women when they went on his show, telling women that they're average at best or ugly or not good enough or too fat or just it's always somebody better than you type thing. And then if you were average or below average, then he started pitching to you to lower your standards to the floor. Have sex on the first date. Just let men have their way with you. It was just becoming ridiculous. And I can't wait until Princella starts playing the simp music, starts playing the broke dude music. Whatever she got to do, that's the equivalent of what Kevin Samuels does. Princella still haven't done half the damage that Kevin Samuels has done. And most of these men are just, they up in arms about it, and she ain't did half of what Kevin Samuels did. I'm just waiting for her to come out with a ruler and ask men what their penis size is. So that every time men jump on the panel, you come to the Faith Factors channel, I'm going to say, what's your penis size before you can talk? If you don't have a size, if you don't have at least 6 inches, you cannot have a say in this conversation. I'm telling you, that's what the men were doing. Princella ain't did half of that. but I hope that she does. I hope that she does. But that's all that I got to say. You know, hey,
All right,
rock
Miss
on,
Faith.
Princella, rock on.
All
see
right,
you, see you around.
All right, Chaos.
Oh God, Dieter, you ain't let me talk much at all, bro. That's bad, man. You let them all. I get it. I get it. You know, this is not my domain, but I'll say this. In regards to everything, yeah, she's going to do fine. She'll probably go a little more further than the men that does content on YouTube or just beyond. Because let's be honest, the media pushes women because it's safer. How we know? Look what the degeneracy we see in the rap thing. Men create it in a way. Now they shift it to the women, and they just taken to the point where now it's become a cesspool of degeneracy. So that's the plot. In regards to Priscilla and Kevin, different differentials or similarities, we gotta be honest. Kevin, by being around the so-called space, the master space, learned a lot, took some points here and there, and all he did was shift the gear to women. And the reason why he was so effective, because he had an image. And remember, he's an image consultant. So if you plaster and print it in a certain way, you work wonders. And let's be honest, he is smooth in what he does. He's very good at what he does. So that's why he has grown and made the money he did for the period since 2020 up to 2022. Now, can I say that Miss Clark wouldn't do the same? It's going to take a while. But once she does get that and she does touch the mainstream type money, she's going to have to be regulated. And that's one of the things that people don't really think about. Once you get to that point, you can't do certain things. You should know it's more than me, Dieter. All those celebrities that's like mainstream, they're actually stranglehold. They can't deal with certain issues, can't deal with certain things about black or anything political. They gotta play the fence. And she could do that because if you think about it, the time she was on certain panels with bigger platforms like Charleston White and I forgot the other stream, she act like a woman. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
So she knows the game, just like Kevin. Everybody's hoping to be the next big top YouTuber that will go mainstream. And it's a very small pool of people going to get there. Once they get to the top, you have to play the game. If not, you don't stay in this game long.
Right.
So I'm not doubting that she's not gonna be really effective. Like I said, lady said this is the so-called karma, which I don't know what that is. I think it's more of adverse effect that most people are gonna make money on a market with the help of women. That's one thing I've learned watching certain content. Right. If women can't get that through their damn head, I don't know what is. Personally, overall, yeah, this. I gotta do some content, and this probably part of this I'm gonna have to evaluate this. But I'll tell you one thing, Coach Dieter, what do you expect to a lot of women that's trying to cape for her? Do you think it's anything surprising?
No, it's not.
We already know what Kevin did.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get me? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. That's pretty much it.
All right, take care.
Right. Okay, brother. About to go ahead and get out of here.